What's going on, family? Welcome to King Talk. Make sure you gotta get them likes up. Get them likes up. Also subscribe to the channel. It's not too late. Make sure you share the stream. Share the stream before the show starts. It's gonna be a great one. King Diggling, aka Big Draws. Green Gang, I see you. HR in the building. Feeling Force, I see you. Miss Parker, what's up? Stephen Day, I see you. Green Gang. Welcome to King Talk. Make sure you guys get them likes up. Also subscribe to the channel. Shout out to the sponsor, Teej Hanley. Feel the Teej. Come on, y'all, let's get these likes up. Welcome to King Talk. Just coming in, welcome to King Talk. Make sure you guys get them likes up. Also subscribe to the channel. Go ahead and share the stream. It's gonna be a great show tonight. Welcome to King Talk. King Diggling, aka Big Draws. Shout out to the greatest network ever, the Lapeef Network. Y'all ready for the Lapeef experience in August? Stay tuned. Subscribe to the channel. It's almost go time. Get them likes up, family. Get them likes up. Shout out to all the side chicks. It's almost go time, family. Get them likes up, subscribe to the channel. Welcome to the Lapeef Network. This is King Talk. Let's get them likes up, family. Shout out to the sponsor, Teach Hanley. Guys, listen up. As you get older, the best way to continue to look young, exuberant, and vibrant is to continue to take care of your skin. That's why I'm excited to have Teach Hanley as the sponsor of today's video. You heard me talk about them before, and you're going to continue to hear me talk about them because I believe in their products and the positive impact that they have on every man's life. Teach Hanley makes taking care of your skin so easy. They provide you with all the products you need and nothing that you don't. Every box comes with an instruction card that tells you when to use each product, how much to use, and in what order. Lapeef family, I must admit, skincare wasn't always something I always focused on, but since I started using this system, I've seen improvements in the way my skin looks and feels. And you don't have to take my word for it. They have over 5,000 5-star reviews on their website from satisfied customers from around the world. I recommend you start with the level 1 system, which comes with all the basics: a daily face wash, an exfoliating scrub, an AM moisturizer, and a PM moisturizer. In addition to amazing skin, members of Teach Hanley get tons of benefits, including at least 20% off retail price, the ability to customize your box, pause or cancel at any time, and free US shipping. And because Teach Hanley is sponsoring today's video, they're offering my viewers a great deal. Just click that first link in the description and you'll get 30% off the first box plus the free gift. Seriously, that's an amazing deal. Even though it's too early, as I often say, it's never too late. Click that link and get started today. It's go time. What's going on, family? Welcome to King Talk on the Lapeef Network. Let me introduce the crew. We got Rilla, we got Trill, Shan, Rico, Rio, Ricky, Humble Dad, and me, myself, I'm Lapeef JR. Welcome to King Talk on the Lapeef Network. Let go. Yeah. What's going on, family? What's going on?
Man, what's happening? What's happening?
What's up, homie?
You know the vibes.
You know the vibes?
Everything nice.
Everything is everything. What's happening with y'all fellas, man?
Man, can't complain, man. Can't complain, man. Just working, man. Just working.
Sure.
All work and a little bit of play.
I seen them flicks from LA. I see you.
Oh yeah, man. You know, sometimes you gotta get back shooting sometimes, man.
Mm-hmm.
It's a different feeling. Kind of reminds me of being on a motorcycle. When the sun set a little bit and you get out there, you get to that first red light, it's like hit the throttle and take off.
Yes, sir.
I miss them days, but I'm past that. I wish I can go back. But anyway, man, how was your guys' weekend? Y'all was good?
Yeah,
You guys do anything special?
a good fight weekend.
Oh yeah, somebody got knocked out, right?
Yeah, man, Jamel Charlo, that boy down from Houston, Texas, undisputed 154-pound champion. Y'all don't know nothing about that though. That's a whole different conversation.
Yeah. I think I just caught it. Was I watching Bleach Report or something like that?
Yeah, man.
I seen somebody get knocked. I'm like, damn.
First,
it's fucking real out here.
Yeah, Jamel Charlo, man, Houston's home, man. First fighter to be undisputed at 154 in history.
Okay.
So,
They keep saying Houston. I hope you ain't throwing no shade on Trill over there.
Oh, not at all. Not at all. I'm big up in that, man. What you talking about?
Nah, okay.
Shout out to the H, man.
Yeah, shout out to the H. Shout out to the H. Before we get the show started, make sure you guys get the likes up. Also, subscribe to the channel. Shout out to the sponsor, Teach Hanley. You guys seen the commercial. Fill the Teach. The link is in the description, and I will be posting the link to the top of the chat momentarily. In case you guys don't know, we are going to be live in Atlanta. I keep wanting to say Houston because I'm so used to saying Houston, but Atlanta is the next spot, and that's going to be the first weekend of August. Putting the final touches on it. Expect some tickets to be on sale this Thursday coming up. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, monitor the community page. Also follow the Lapeef Network. It's just Lapeef Network on Instagram, or follow me at LapeefJI. And we'll make sure we get the information out to you. And I'm sure it'll spread word of mouth. And each show will be announcing it. So stay tuned for that. It's going to be a 2-day show. Definitely going to be a 2-day show. King Talk will be one of the episodes. So ladies and gents, come out and see the guys. I think we're going to be dressed up, man. I think we really going to be probably dressed up. I know Shan said he's going to come out in his gaiters. So, with the big bottom legs, pants, and old school.
with the Bluetooth earpiece,
with the Bluetooth,
with the boom mic.
Yeah, he had sliding there with the pimp cup. I hear you with the dive hat. So we're gonna come out in style profile, man. We got some special things coming, man. I think this is gonna be special right here. I think this is gonna be one for the books, especially since we're in Atlanta. No shade to Houston, but as we move forward and as we learn things, we grow. So I expect this one to be a 12 out of 12, if we'll put it that way. Again, get these likes up. Also, subscribe to the channel. And let's get started, man. Let's go ahead and go to our first topic. I'm going to put this up real quick. I thought this was hilarious, but it's definitely a conversation. My wife asked me for a $3,000 purse. I told her that was a waste of money. She said, okay, no problem. Later on that week, I took her out to dinner. I see her pull out a $3,000 purse from our walk in the closet. I asked her, where did she get the bag from? She said that her work husband got it for her. Her work husband got it for her. So we're talking about some guys that might not be financially together. And I know what you guys are going to say, you should be together. But let's just say, he on his way up there. If you couldn't afford to buy your wife a $3,000 purse, would you be upset if her work husband did? Let's talk about that. Go ahead, Rio.
Listen, if your first time finding out about the work husband is after he didn't buy her a $3,000 purse, something went wrong. I don't even know if we should entertain the idea of work husbands, because I think that's a line that is very thin and can be crossed very easily. I don't think you just jump off the porch spending $3,000, without some other type of connection. So I'd be alarmed, rightfully so, I feel.
I think that's a good point. What about you, Humble Dad? What are your thoughts about it?
Would I be upset? Yes. I have major problems with it. I mean, kind of Rio stated it a little bit more obvious, right? Like, why is this the first time I've heard about a work husband, and then you pull out a $3,000 bag that I said that I wasn't going to spend for you, and but she says, well, it didn't come out of our money. That's probably what the conversation would be. I got somebody else to pay for it. And we got a lot of conversations other than this purse to be talked about. So yeah, I definitely would be upset about it.
I mean, typically, if there's a work husband or work wife, you don't know. You don't know. So she'd be bold to say that she got the purse from her work husband. I could see her saying, she had some money stashed to the side and she decided to get it on her own. But I agree. Huh?
Now I'm gonna say this generation, man, is a little bit different. It's not uncommon for a woman to come home and start talking about her day or whatever, and then dude be like, "Oh, that's your work husband," and so they make jokes out of it, or "Oh, that's your work wife," or "Work wife made me lunch," Cindy Lou or who. All right, man, these folks is different. This age is just different, bro. Listen. The conversation that I'm having, I ain't even worried about finding out about no work husband. I'm gonna stay right there on that purse. I already told you that's a no-go. We already talked about that being a no-go. So now I can't trust you, because now I'm thinking you done dipped around back and got into an entanglement with some dude that you say you work with, and you work with the dude, y'all make enough money that we can't afford the $3,000 purse in our house, but he can afford it at your job. Like this dude could afford. Nah, man, that's a no-go for me. I don't play the work husband, work wife. I don't have no work. I got co-workers, colleagues, associates, and that's what she needs to have. And if we already had a discussion about it, How you just gonna sashay and Shantae up in here with a $3,000 purse for some? That doesn't even make sense to a Billy Goat. How you walking up here with a $3,000 purse from some dude you work with? Like what?
I mean, but you couldn't afford it.
Yeah, that ain't got nothing to do with nothing. She couldn't afford it either. So we couldn't afford it, right? And then the other conversation, humble dad, to your point, the other conversation we need to have is around priority. See, that purse is a desired purchase. It's not a necessity. It doesn't help us grow legacy. It doesn't help us grow wealth. It doesn't help us do anything to get us closer to the point where we can be able to afford to buy you a $3,000 purse if that's what you want. So what you trying to do? Barbecue or mildew?
Okay.
She's also making it clear to him the things that you won't or can't do. And that conversation is happening about other things beside that purse.
Hey, y'all remember soul food, right? Y'all remember soul food, right? Ain't no man gonna give you nothing for free. You talking about? We talk about on this show, you adding up P points. That's why you play. That's why you PYP, play your position. That's why you go 100%. You out your mind. Your work husband about to be your real husband. I hope he got a place for you to stay with that 3K, my guy. Don't play with people like that. Nah, man. Hey, you know what I'm saying? I really wanted this Corvette. You know, my work wife bought it for me. How that sound?
Can
That sounds stupid, don't it?
Can I add something real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
For the fact that we talked about this before and she still had the audacity to bring out that bag, that right there is a big red flag.
She did it sneaky though. She didn't even tell you that. She just brought it out like it wasn't nothing.
I mean, I ain't gonna even say it was sneaky.
Hey, she brought it to dinner, bro.
Yeah, I ain't gonna even say
That's what I'm saying. Like, for her to have that much audacity to bring it to dinner and we just talked about it, that's a big statement made right there.
She went back to that dude after she asked you and said, I asked my husband for it and he didn't get it for me. What's happening?
Yeah, for the fact that she can even boldly tell you her work husband.
She gone. She gone.
You know, there's a lot of things before the bag.
She gone. She gone. Holla at your boy. Hey, I wouldn't be mad about it either, right? The only thing I'd be mad about is the mess I gotta clean up after she take her stuff.
He the type that even if he didn't smash yet, he's finding those windows of opportunity. She ain't even ask. All she said, yeah, my husband won't buy me this bag. And he said, oh yeah. Here we go. It starts from there.
What about if she comes back with the receipt?
I don't care. I don't care if she came back with another $3,000 for him to make it all right. She's still going.
That's right.
She's still going. Now look, look, man. The thing is that when you first get in a relationship, everything's up for negotiation. You know what I'm saying? Negotiate that if that's what. But hey, if this is the rules we just set down, and I'm playing by the rules, and you come, no, you out of here, bro. Ain't nothing to talk about. Get on out of here. Enjoy your purse. Get on out of here. I'll holler at you, or not.
Yeah. Hey, Trill, what are your thoughts about it?
I really don't have none, to be honest with you. If she showed up with a $3,000 purse, marriage over with. This is what it is. And the reason being is very, very simple. Because I would present a scenario to her that goes a bit something like, okay, I got a work wife at home. I mean, at the job, you know, whatever. And though you don't want to have threesomes, right? But she does, right? So just because you're not willing to do it, I mean, I should be able to go indulge, right? If that's you know, just we going based on just capability alone. Are you good with that? No, then same rule apply on the opposite end. So I mean, if you accept that man bag, then that's the same thing in my opinion. So if you're not cool with it on one side, we ain't gonna be cool with it on the other. So that shit over with. It's gonna be a real short conversation.
A lot of girls give out that butt, man, for a trip to Ruth Chris and a jazz club. It's a $3,000 bag, my guy. What we talking about here? Get gone.
Straight up.
Get gone.
Yeah, home run.
Hey, Shan, what are your thoughts about it?
You know, JR, sometimes I'll be wondering, do you put up these questions knowing that we all gonna agree on the same thing?
No, it's been a few times you done surprised me, man. I'm not gonna even lie. I'll just be like,
You talking about Shannon
Shan.
surprised you or we surprised you?
No, Shan.
Oh,
yeah. Shan has gone left a little bit, well, at least in my opinion.
So, okay, so here's the first thing, and I just talked about this on the show. Okay, work husbands are cheating. I'm gonna break this up. I'm gonna remove the purse, the $3,000, because you can break that up too in the amount, the discussion, the purse itself coming. Let me just talk about work husbands. Ladies, work husbands are cheating. Platonic gay work husbands is cheating. It's cheating in the title. Before you get any further than the title, stop right there. If you have a work husband and you have a boyfriend at home, you're cheating. If you have a work husband and you have a husband at home, you're cheating. Cheating is so much more than having physical sex with somebody or physical touch intimacy. You are cheating on your man. So currently, I'm letting everybody know, just putting all the ladies on notice right now. If you currently have a work husband at work and y'all frolic around the water cooler, you guys, you bring ketchup from the fast food place during lunch, so you guys can have, so he can have some extra ketchup in the break room. If you currently have a work husband and you're in a relationship, you are cheating. I know you may not think you are, but I'm telling you that you are. That's number one. Now, story time. I was married twice. My last relationship, neighborhood, gay guy, moves next door, right next door. Now, in my neighborhood, we typically give gifts to the neighbors. So if somebody picks up a house in my neighborhood, most of the neighbors, and we all go bring them, we give them something. Kind of, $100 gift card to Target, or, maybe bake a cake or something like that. We give it to the new neighbor that moved into the neighborhood. Gay guy moves in next door to me, my next door neighbor. Cool dude, appreciate him. He's, met his boyfriend, the whole nine. This is right around I'm having rocky time with my ex-wife. They become friends. He gives my wife $100 bill as a gesture of thanks.
What?
For like, I guess I don't know why he gave my wife $100 bill, because I was telling her that we gonna run over and get him like $100 Amazon card or something like that, right? But he gave her $100 bill, and she accepted it. And when she told me that she took the $100 from him, I don't remember if I exploded, but I can tell you right now, I was livid. Now, the example that JR hit us with is a $3,000 purse that the man couldn't afford for his own wife and got it from another guy. We all can afford $100. It don't matter. Here's part number two. Part number one is if you have a work husband, you're cheating. Part number two is it don't matter if he could afford the purse. It don't matter if $3,000 to him is just $3. It don't matter if he would. All in-kind gifts are over when you enter marriage, particularly in a marriage. But I'm going to go so far as to say a committed relationship. All in-kind gifts filter through your husband. All of them. Far too often are women making decisions on their own devices. This is how men get over on y'all so easy. This is how Pookie this is how you ruined your 20s. Because you think you know what you're doing, especially when it comes to men, and you don't. This is why a couple shows ago I said, if I had a daughter, let boyfriend run them niggas through me, because you don't know no better. You think you know what you're doing. You think you're making the right decisions when you're dealing with men, and you don't. That's where the whole thing of wolves dressed in sheep's clothing comes from. So while you taking that $100 or $3,000 purse, you think it's innocent. You think it's just friendly. You think there's no ulterior motives. No, ladies. Once you get into a committed relationship, all in-kind gifts stop, period. And if they're coming, filter them through your man. Hey, such and such is giving us this. What you want me to do? Hey, such and such is buying us this. What you want me to do? Send them a text. Hey, I'm at such and such's bar mitzvah. or at the debutante or whatever, or I'm at the Friday night football game and such wants to give us this. What do you want me to do? And then wait for a response. So you can get it from the person that is protecting you. Remember, that's one of our P's. How can we protect you if you out there making decisions that can potentially damage you, damage me, damage our reputation, hurt you, hurt me, or hurt our family? So hell no, you can't take a $3,000 purse. You can't take a $30 purse.
Hey, Shane, I got a couple questions for you. Are you frowning up at her if she asks you, or should she automatically understand?
All right, lay it on me again. Ask it from what?
So, like as your wife or as the woman that you're with, being in a committed relationship, should she understand right then and there without even having to call you?
Oh, yes. Well, okay. So, okay. Now we get into, what kind of conversations are you having? See, we all talk about, we plan for the wedding, but we don't plan for the marriage. So many, you hire a wedding planner, you're getting the reception together. You know you know where you're going on the honeymoon, and then you get married, and then y'all didn't plan nothing on the marriage. There's a certain set of questions that should be asked way before you guys even get engaged. This is one of them. So JR is asking me, Shan, should she already know automatically? She don't even need to call you and check. She should already say, oh, no, thank you. I appreciate that. Hell yeah, she should. But brothers, you got to set the precedent. You got to establish some rules in your castle. What does thy king want from thy subjects? What do you want? You have to listen, we don't take that kind of shit. We don't take that. We don't take nothing from nobody. But you know what? If we do, call me first. You set those rules. And if you don't have that kind of conversation or that open communication with you and your woman, y'all sitting down watching Netflix every night, you sleep together 365 days nights a year. So those kind of conversations should be had so that she already understands the rules of engagement when it comes to talking to other men, be it coworkers, be it friends, be it old boyfriends, or be it strangers. She should understand the rules of engagement. So technically, yes, your woman should already know I don't accept gifts from other people, coworkers or otherwise.
Okay.
And the wild part, just real quick, if she don't know, she shouldn't be your woman. I agree with what most are saying said, but I don't even really feel like that need to be discussed. I feel like that's common decency at the end of the day. Like if we in a relationship, we in a marriage, and for you to even think to ask me, it's some bullshit. You know it's something that's not right about it. It's something that's off about it. But for you to ask me that lets me know that I picked the wrong woman. That's just honest. If that even crosses your mind to take the gift, I picked the wrong woman. I gotta hold my L. I gotta just wrap this shit up. My decision making in the beginning wasn't where it needed to be because your ass shouldn't even be in this position. If we just gonna be honest, and that's my take on that.
Okay, humble dad. I know you ain't spoke on it yet, sir. What are your thoughts about this?
Yeah, I spoke on it. I told
you did. Okay, my bad.
Yeah,
it's too late. Rico, you ain't speak on it, sir.
No, I actually did indirectly. Once she comes with the bag and then brings it out, that right there, like end of discussion. What are we talking about?
I think you also got to recognize there's a shift that's taking place. Once she starts presenting problems that he's solving, he then becomes her savior. And you may gradually start to become her son. Things that you do may be cute, right? But he's coming with a bigger bag and he is solving issues that are within your relationship, whether or not you know it or not. And he's doing it expeditiously without second thought, right? And in the event that this is also just symptomatic of other things that are taking place at the job, if they're smashing on lunch break, she likes that for one reason or other. So there may be multiple layers of this inadequacy. Leave. She going with him one way or another.
Yeah.
And people wonder why I don't believe in that platonic friendship shit. The reason I don't is because I've been that platonic friend.
It doesn't exist. Not between two. It doesn't exist between two people that find each other attractive.
Period.
It exists.
Period.
It doesn't exist. That's a lie. Eventually something gonna happen, or you gonna set up a situation for something to happen, for somebody to fall in some draws. It's just how it goes. It's just how it goes.
You know, I'm gonna flip it. I seen D. Will said, "Yeah, you ain't slick," but does that apply for the men as well? Men shouldn't take gifts.
Hell no. I won't take nothing. I don't take time from a woman. Shit. I'm being honest. I'm married, bro. Gone. Hey, all this conversation high and by. That's all it is. Gone. Because people don't understand synergies. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times, even though it doesn't seem intentional, it is. You know, you just start off really conversation and you vibe with somebody. Next thing you know, you somewhere you wasn't even supposed to be at.
You know what's it's not crazy, but I know some people on the platform have said it's best to keep your wife at home, right? Like your lady at home, that way she ain't got to work. Are you gentlemen one of the people that, you know, go ahead, let her go out there in the elements? You know, if she decide to go, then now I know. Or are you the type of person to be like, I'm gonna keep her home so she's not being entertained or she's not being tempted?
No, I don't want a concubine.
Right.
I don't want a concubine. I want to create an environment that allows her to come and go as she pleases, so she can take care of the business of the Rawls Enterprises children and Big Daddy Shan. And so keeping her at home, that sounds draconian. And let me to your last question, to somebody you said that asked in the chat. I'm a little different than Rick. Yeah, gifts can come through me. Gifts can come through me because I'm the protect. Listen, it's no different than the police. The police has certain authorities to be able to do certain things that other people. Police have arresting abilities. Security guards can't arrest people outside of citizens arrest, which is what a regular person can do. Police have the ability. The reason why you can't just go buy a shirt and say police and have it work the nightclub is because the words police is different. The red and blue lights on the car is illegal because that's meant for emergency vehicles only. Police have certain rights that the regular people don't have. If gifts are coming through me, I am the police for my family. I am. So I am making the decisions as to what's safe. Now, here's the caveat to that. You got to disclose. You can't keep everybody in the dark. See, now that's where you start getting into where it's almost damn like a monarchy. You know, it still is somewhat of a democracy. But all decisions are laid upon the man's feet. That's what head of household means. Gifts that can benefit us, gifts that, you know, that can turn around and pay for our entire vacation. Somebody wants to give me a $3,000 gift and I can sell it on eBay. And next thing you know, our little trip to Havana is paid for. I work that through. I will discuss it with my woman though. That won't be something I'll hide. I won't just get that and make bust moves and that ain't none of your business. As long as I'm not that kind of guy. But I will in-kind gifts. I'm not saying the family don't take in-kind gifts. I'm saying the family takes in-kind gifts filtered through the protector, filtered through the security. Who is policing the family to make sure everything is safe and sound and nobody's trying to steal, rob, rape, hurt. Hurt or do otherwise bad thing. Bad things to the family. And that is generally the provider, protector, and problem solver.
Yeah.
So, okay, man. I totally disagree with that, bro. You're opening up. My bad. No, opening up things like, you know, for her to be insecure. You know what I'm saying? If you're taking something from your work wife, because that's the flip side of it, right? No. That's the flip side.
I'm talking about in-kind gifts. Now, no, you don't mention
but
that.
You can't. But we're talking about the opposite. That's what the question was.
It's not an
if it was the flip side, we're not talking about the other nuances of things. We're talking about, like, if you had a work wife, would it be okay to accept this gift, this $3,000 watch or whatever? You know what I'm saying? Nah, you don't need to run that through me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm good. Like, I don't need any of the gifts that you're trying to give me in that regard. You know what I'm saying? Because on the other end, this woman there's an expectation that comes along with such a valuable gift, right? And so you don't want any type of crease to invade or to give an opportunity to invade your marriage. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I would say it doesn't make sense to take any type of gift. Just keep it 100, keep it the same both ways.
If I'm gonna keep it thorough, it's all depending on, like I said, what's been negotiated in your relationship. You know what I mean? So look, I look at it like this. If y'all want me to be totally transparent about the situation, the purse is selfish. What she did was selfish. You see what I'm saying? You didn't get her the purse she wanted, so she went behind your back and talked to this dude at work and got the purse. Now, that to me is out of pocket. But let's say it went like this. My girl came to me, was like, "Yo, this dude, he's saying he gonna give me this purse for $3,000."
Done.
Right. I'm gonna say no. Don't take the purse. Have him give you the cash. If he wanted, a fool in his money, a fool in his money would surely split. You know what I'm saying? But again, I got that understanding with my girl. Is this the understanding we have? Is this what we talked about? Is this the thing that we agreed upon that we gonna happen, that you can hustle these dudes? You see what I'm saying? I'm just being honest with you, right? If you really down with your chick, y'all know ain't nothing y'all can talk about. Y'all know ain't nothing y'all can't talk about. It's all depending on how you go about it. You know what I'm saying? But what she did with the purse specifically, that's a gift for her. I can't use that. I don't want that purse. It's not going towards the family.
It's not to the family.
Can I ask? Yeah. I mean,
let me be clear. Let me throw this out there real quick. And this is to Humble Dad. That's why I broke it up. That's why I broke up the work husband, or the work wife, and all. I mean, I'm sorry, the work husband and all that, and that disrespectful shit. So that's why I separated. Then I switched to the gift part. So when I responded to the question that was asked in the chat, I'm speaking to the gift part, right? Work husband, I mean, work wife. If you in a relationship, bro, what you doing with a work wife? That's as disrespectful as having a work husband. That's why that stood on its own. But when it comes to the gifts, let me be clear. This is tantamount to, should your woman be on social media? You see, men typically have sexual attraction, sexual attention. Sexual attention is typically the reason why. Why wouldn't a man want to have his woman all on social media so she could? What you need to be on there for? You know what I'm saying? Unless you're a model or actress, or you got a brand and you selling products, or you got a clothing line and you out there modeling your clothes and whatnot. What reason would your woman need to be showing and getting out there, showcasing, getting likes and follows and all of that kind of stuff? A lot of people say, well, what about on the flip side? What about men? Well, the attention that men get is 20 to 1. One DM from a guy equals 20 to a woman's. So the attention is completely different. Men giving your woman, you know what that is. That's why we don't run necessarily girlfriends through mom when it comes to dating. It's really boyfriends through dad. Dad is the one that's why your father was the one that was supposed to be able to help you decide on who that man was going to be. That's not a flip side question. That's the reason why that's a generally lopsided situation, because men understand where sexual attention is being misplaced. So if that's the case, we know that for ourselves as well. But that's why I said the caveat is that has to be some communication there. But to just say, no, I'm not taking nothing from nobody because you're not taking nothing from nobody, that doesn't seem like a very intuitive thing to do, especially if you're being a protector of the family. So I just wanted to be clear about that. I think he's getting ready to say something, Rico.
Oh wow, yeah. I was just listening to Mr. Rawls, but I'll get back to it.
Okay.
I got something I want to say on that. I agree with pieces of what Shannon is saying, but I understand exactly what Humble Dad is saying as well. I think it's our responsibility as protectors to create a certain culture in our house to where we don't really have these kinds of disagreements. It also takes me back. We shouldn't be giving any man an opportunity to be a savior in our household, period. So with that being said, with a K, right? So with that being said, unless I'm pimping you, I don't really need his money at all. I don't care what he given, what he provided. It's not accepted here. Now, as far as the culture I'd like to create and think is ideal so that we don't have these questionable scenarios, is you have to stay consistent in the culture you create even when it's inconvenient for you. For instance, a lot of us are very busy, right? And you may have a roof leak. You may know nothing about patching roof. Reggie down the street is an expert at patching roof, right? Now, you can't call Reggie and say, listen, Reggie gonna come over and patch roof I got to go to work. I can't be available. You handle it. Now Reggie over here patching roof. She giving lemonade and she admiring how Reggie's, you know what I mean?
He's shirtless. He on the roof shirtless.
Hands-on nature. You know what I mean? How he's able to come in and save us, essentially. And you're not present. That should never go down. I don't care if you call an ADT because you need security. You need surveillance. You got mail theft or something going on. You can't make it. That's a no-go. Now she's sitting on the couch talking to the ADT man, and he's telling her how he can make her safe. That is not appropriate. You have to be there and create that culture so that whatever problems we have to solve, I'm here at the front line, essentially. And I'm going to not only delegate, but I'm going to make sure it's done because I'm here to manage the situation. Now, on the other side of things, Pam should not be making me lunch at work. Absolutely not. That's my wife's job. So that's why I agree with Humble Dad. We already know that we don't get down like that. Why is Pam making me lunch? Why am I hungry? And I like home packed lunch, and my wife's not able to do that. You know what I mean? If she's not able, then I should be able. But Pam should not be making me lunch. Pam that came in, right? Into my house and she just starts solving problems. Now I'm looking at Pam a different way. You know what I mean? We have to create this culture to where we don't even have to talk about is this okay? Is this not we know our roles. If you managing what you need to be managing. Now when it comes to these materialistic items, now come on. You know what I mean? You gotta evaluate that. This materialistic thing that you weren't able to get right now is bothering her so bad. Now she's talking to this work husband or whatever about it. That's a problem. Because we got bigger fish to fry than that right now. 9 times out of 10, if in fact this is not in our best interest to buy it today. So that's all I'm saying. We got to create that culture. But we got to be present in order to be able to do that. Once we done talked about it, we discussed it, and we talked about how it's going to be done, we're done with it. You know what I mean? So that protector doesn't allow savior to come in. That's my take.
Thing is, I hear what y'all saying, but these just double standards just rub me the wrong way, and that's just what it is. So that's why the whole accepting gifts thing is out. Just like platonic friendship is out on both sides, and it's again, I just don't believe in introducing potential drama into my relationship. I feel like a regular relationship is stressful enough. But you out here accepting gifts, I'm accepting gifts, these people giving gifts, have expectations, like Humble Dad said. It ain't shit in this world free, especially from a stranger. So no, motherfucker ain't just giving you no gift out of no goodwill. I ain't never received a gift from a woman and she didn't want something else in return. Ever. And vice versa. I know how niggas think. Niggas ain't giving no attractive woman a gift just because I'm just being a nice guy. That's not how that works. So what that means is that even if I do accept the gift from the girl, and I'm able to kind of manage or police it, as Shannon says, I can't control how that girl reacts once she doesn't get the reaction from me that she may be looking for. So now she may come by my crib, flatten my tires, do some shit like this, act a fool on the job, whatever, because she liked me. She thought this gift was going to be an olive branch. Now I'm introducing unnecessary drama into my relationship. No, keep the gift away from me. I appreciate you, but nah, I'm cool. And my woman should do the same thing. And again, it shouldn't even be a thought that comes up at all in your head, because for me, it ain't no thought. Even when I was single, I didn't like accepting gifts from women. For the same reason I didn't like telling women I love you. For the same reason I didn't like doing girlfriend shit with women I'm just fucking. It sends the wrong message. So now you begin to develop expectations that's going to eventually make me uncomfortable. I don't like being uncomfortable, especially in my relationship. So we're going to keep outside shit, inside shit. Anybody that infiltrates that, it's a problem. If you allow them to infiltrate that, you will be removed from this inside shit. That's how I think. But just double standards in general rub me the wrong way, because if you try to, again, engage in a double standard on me, my response to that is going to be completely toxic. So I can't expect you to just be cool with me benefiting from a double standard on the other end. That's just not how, I don't know. That's not how I operate. It just rubs me the wrong way.
All right.
Yeah, in Hollywood out here, we give so many gifts. Like we go, like even at events, red carpet events, when we go, if a celebrity or something is pregnant, generally, even when we go, if you go to an event, like if we go to American Film Institute and they're having something special, or we go over to the Motion Picture Association of America, because I used to be a member of that, and we used to have stuff up at the Directors Guild. If you go with your wife, you know, the men never, you know, there was a certain way, you know, it was always a bow to the wife. You know, the men dap each other up and whatnot, the girls can touch, but the way the wives were handled was always different, because the man was always there as a protector. And then when gifts were given, it was always given to the husband. It's like, hey man, you know what? I appreciate you for putting me in this movie, you know, so on and so forth. And here's a watch. Here's a small little Movado that we want to give you. I bless you, man. This is for you and you. I got this for you and your girl. And you gave that to the husband. You know what I'm saying? Whether it was a woman producer or executive producer or whatever it was. I go to my studio, man. I'd find shit at I remember one time I went there and I found, I didn't know what it was. I thought it was this a bomb? What's going on? But it was just a gift given to me for a music video that we had did. And so just reality is a lot of that stuff comes through the husband. So that's what I mean by to say outside nothing from nobody, because I don't know if that director wants to smash. I don't know if that music producer wants to hit. I don't know if that artist wants to try to holler at me, or is she really happy that I did a good job on her music video. Those kind of things come through me because I was the discernment on making. We're supposed to be, men particularly should be able to make the distinction between what's going on over here. Now, if you're a crooked husband, then it don't matter. If you out there looking to smash, or you out there trying to figure out who you want to hit, and you out there being kind of like a hound dog out there, then I guess this is out of the question. All this is nonsensical for that guy. For a guy that's honorable to his girl, you know what I'm saying? Nothing goes to the wife. It all runs through the man. And then the man says, look, baby, this is what happened. Such and such wants us to come over for dinner, and they're really excited about that. And this is what they gave us. It kind of just runs through. So maybe it's a different culture, or some people, and I hear what Trill said, because what Trill said makes actually perfect sense the way he laid it out. Just you're eliminating problems and shit. But then sometimes out in where I am, you can create problems when you don't take shit. It's almost like, it's almost offensive to not take something from certain people. And it's just like, damn, well, you don't want my, okay, I see how you get down. Next thing you know, you not on the next movie project. You didn't missed out on $250,000 just because you didn't take somebody's fucking signed baseball cap. It's weird, but I get it. I understand where you guys are coming from. But from on my side, and the way we are out here, it's everything goes through the men.
I want to ask something. I just thought about this. It's not part of the question, but and it happened in Houston where somebody asked me, was it offensive? So in different cultures, people do different greetings. You guys have an issue if somebody kisses your lady or wife on the cheek?
You can't do that out here in LA.
Are they French?
Now we do the double hug all the time. We do the double hug. Men don't, but we do the double hug. Men to a married woman. It's a if anything, it's a hand and it's a bow. That's about it. That's all you're gonna really catch. But all that, like the shit that,
I mean, say you cool with them, right? I mean, say y'all know each other,
Nah.
Hey, how's it going?
It happens in the Haitian community, I think.
Right.
My wife is Haitian. Well, my ex-wife, she Haitian.
Yeah, my late
wife mama's Haitian. Got the chicken patties in the refrigerator now.
You giving out that side one-arm church hug, man. Hey, what's up? What's up? You good? That's it. Kissing up, lips touching my good. No.
Oh, not lips touching. No, you saying lips touching.
No, he just saying lips touching, period. Like on the cheek.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Okay. Man, I just
yeah, you just don't touch.
There.
Didn't something happen like that? It was a situation where Jay-Z and Beyonce was at an event, and it was, what's my man's name?
Amari Hardwick.
Amari Hardwick.
Yep.
Amari Hardwick. Y'all go look it up. Everybody go just Google Amari Hardwick, Jay-Z, Beyonce, and the video will pop up where Amari Hardwick broke the rule. And his he was kind of meteoric in his rise to fame, and maybe he just didn't get the memo. But what he did was like, oh no, bro, we don't do that out here. You can't do that. And he did it to Beyonce at that. So yeah, you don't do that.
So you think you knew what he was doing, or it's just one of those?
I don't know. It's hard to tell because
think
he
it
was
was a mix
married.
of both.
Amari was married. Amari is married. You know, he got his wife, and you know, Jay is married. And I think, to be honest with you, the mannerisms looked extremely innocent. It looked, he was enamored, you know, that he's talking to Jay and Bay, and he went and he did it, you know, and he just did it. But he was probably such a smooth operator for so long, and get so
not
many,
turn
you
that
know,
off.
yeah, you'll not turn it.
Matter of fact, Shan, I think he did
off.
it twice, if I ain't mistaken. He did it once and then leaned back in for another one, back to back like that. And people was like, "Hold on, fam, hold on."
You know how to turn that off, man.
So the
Just
first
because
one
that
would've
shit
been
work
cool.
on set.
So the first one would have been cool, but he came back for a double take.
And the first one wouldn't have been cool for me, but I mean,
yeah.
I could see how like people would accept it or whatever. But when you come to double back, it's just like, come on, gang, like what?
Yeah, like I think on the exit he did one more.
Right.
Like, yeah, I think that's what it was.
Like, come on, man. Come on, man. Nah.
All right. If you guys just tuning in, welcome to King Talk. Make sure you guys get the likes up. Also, subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the channel. We definitely appreciate y'all. Let me where is that? Rich. I'm gonna put a video. I'm gonna put the link. I ain't playing no videos. I'm limiting the videos that I play. I don't want to take no chances, but I am gonna put it out there for you guys to watch yourself. We're gonna talk about them, putting it in the back chat for you guys. It's real quick. And I'll put it out there for the chat as well. All right. Talking about the rich cheater. I just put it in the chat for you guys to look at. What you said? I don't know what you said, but a woman would take a rich cheater who pays all her bills over a broke, faithful man. A woman would take a rich cheater who pays all of her bills over a broke, faithful man. And I did put a link out there. Michael Blackson spoke on this. The link is in the private chat for the guys on the panel. And I did put it out there for you guys in the chat to take a look at it. But let's talk about that. Is there some truth to this?
Oh, is there a video or no?
The video's in the private chat. If you want.
Oh, in the private chat. You don't want
to. Yeah, in the private chat. Okay, and I put it on the actual for the audience as well. I'm not gonna play it on here, but you guys could take a look at it, get a little bit more context. But if you don't need the context, that's cool. But let's talk about it. A woman would take a rich cheater who pays all her bills over a broke, faithful man. Rick, I see you nod your head. Yeah, speak on it, sir.
Yeah, man. What they be telling us? I'd rather cry in a Bentley than a Honda. Come on, man. Just telling everybody what they know, man. Come on, bro. Ain't that the whole issue? High value man with money, he has options. Come on, man. Stop, bro. Y'all already know what it is. Y'all, come on, man. Don't do that.
I said a wise man once said, money make a bitch heal like Wolverine. That's what a wise man once said that. And I agree. I agree wholeheartedly for like most women. Now, again, there are a select few women who don't really give a damn about that. If they got a dude that's like down for them, because again, broke niggas cheat all the time. So it's and get taken back all the time. That's a fact. So but in terms of like in the comparison in this situation, I think like most women, you know, definitely is gonna give a man that got bread way more of a leash instead of, you know, the 17 chances she'll give a regular dude, she'll give a dude with money about 25, 26 chances.
So do you think she's doing her dirt on the side too, or you think she's just respecting the relationship because that's just who she is?
It's all dependent on the female, man.
Yeah,
you know
that's hard to call right there.
And let me correct, right? A woman would, right? A woman gonna leave.
I thought you was gonna come with that first, Ricky.
Right? I want to apologize to the real women.
I thought you was gonna come with that first.
A woman gonna cut her losses, right? But a female, yeah, most of them would, yeah.
I don't know. I think it's almost cultural, man. White women, Asian, they gonna take the rich dude. They do that all. They make that part of the deal. They understand it from the top, but I guess one of the reasons why a lot of women are having issues because black women particularly take cheating serious. They take cheating. It's like I've seen they throw in the towel on some. And now, do they go back? Yeah. And do they tolerate it all day long? Like Trill said it. You know, they take broke niggas cheat all day long, but they usually got usually digmatized from him.
That's what I was gonna say.
You know, if he's laying the pipe right and he got the good looks, that's a priority for a lot of black women. But if he's, let's talk about an average looking guy with average sex, one of them is rich, and he likes to flaunt his money around and go get chicks in Miami or whatever. And then you got an average guy, average looks, no six pack, short, you know, not 6 foot tall, all of that, just average. But he loves the hell out of her, but he ain't got no money. You know, he's like, baby, I need you to pay the insurance this month. Come on now, I'm out. You know, I ain't got it yet. But he loves the hell out of her. He is. Women, it seems, in the black community can't stand a cheater. But I don't know. Damn, I'm conflicted on this one, because if that dude with the bread and all her bills is paid, she ain't got to deal with nothing. That almost makes me feel like now she's gonna be out there stepping out. That's why I think you asked that follow-up question, JR. What you think, King? What you think, Rio?
When I hear broke man, I'm either thinking he don't have a job or he doesn't manage his money and he has other types of problems. So would she take him a rich cheater? Yes, if he's not embarrassing her. By that I mean she can have an inclination that he's cheating, but if it's not apparent to the rest of the world, she'll probably tolerate it. But if it's just blatant cheating and everybody knows about it and they're judging her, so to speak, she may not be as inclined. I'm not saying that she's going to tolerate the broke man either. Broke man, all of that, those two words together, 9 times out of 10, he's not going to last, right? But the embarrassment,
you can't hide your brokenness.
you can't hide that. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
Nope.
Everybody gonna know her man is broke, but everybody might not know her man's cheating. Is that what you're saying?
It's cheating. Like, you gonna embarrass me to the point where you just gonna make it apparent that you cheat? Like, how dare you have that audacity? At least give me the respect. You know what I mean? To cheat well, right? If he's rich, I think she tolerates that. But if he just gonna, blatantly disrespect her 9 times out of 10, if she got any, sense of self-respect, there's gonna be some type of shift or in that dynamic that they have.
Go ahead, Rilla.
The rich cheater got her a $3,000 purse. See, the rich cheater, between a rich cheater and a broke faithful man, I think most women are going. I don't even think that's LA cultural or Hollywood cultural, Shannon.
I didn't say it was West Coast. I said black versus white.
Oh, I was just thinking about
the last question was that.
No. I was just thinking in particular when you said maybe it's cultural, and then you said the Asian woman and the white woman kind of already understand that. Because the other thing I was thinking is those are the same women with cabana boys and pool boys too, right? Yeah. So I mean, I'm pretty sure there's still some Love Jones, Love Struck folk out there that will say, no, if we broke, we gonna get it out the mud together. And that's another thing that we do in our community a lot, is we glorify always having to start from zero. So for that woman, if she's making that choice, then she's like, we just get out the mud together. And remember, women always, well, not always, the nature is to nurture. So they see potential and they want to bring that up out. So if he's ambitious, but by and large, like if we generalize this and looking at this, bro, I don't see a damn scenario where a woman not going with that rich cheater. She's gonna tolerate that rich cheating.
You just got to be worried about that get back. Like, let's imagine it's NBA players and he get all over the media that he's cheating. Now she's pissed off. If they're married, there are ways that she can go ahead and get that divorce and leave very well off. She don't have to stay. If she gets you to the point of marriage and you're cheating, and she gets a good lawyer because you're rich, so she has money, and now she walks away well off, and you can continue to cheat, and she moves on with her life, and she's paid. You know what I mean? Sometimes rich comes with that. It comes with those types of problems, especially if you're in the public eye. That's why I say you have to be very careful if you embarrass her. It depends. What type of rich are you?
So that makes more sense to say that
Tristan Thompson,
the rich cheater she would rather have the rich cheater because she know that she can get him in the end. I mean, a broke faithful dude, you can't really get nothing from him, right?
Yep.
Other than, other than companionship, but obviously women want more than just companionship, and so and y'all already kind of alluded to it that the rich cheater gets a lot more grace, right, than the broke dude, because the rich cheater, as King Rio said, the woman can come along, if they're married, can come along, and if there's not a prenup, right, in place, that she can get his money. So she will tolerate it possibly for a time, but if it gets out that that it's public, now you've embarrassed me. Right now I got to do something different. But I'm gonna say my other information, because I watched the show last night, so I have an idea of what that conversation was about. So I'll wait till we get that up.
So Eddie Murphy said it, Rilla. Remember Eddie Murphy? He was like, yeah, I don't know if it was that one or if it was Raw or Delirious. He was like, when you got your shit, just get your shit and go. And she was like, well, Eddie, let's talk about it. When you got that money, she starts to reconsider shit before she hits the dough.
That was Raw.
Yeah. That was Raw? Yeah. Eddie Murphy Raw, 1988. He was like, when you got your money together, you could just tell your woman to then get your shit and go. She gonna hit the door, and before she walk out, she gonna turn around and say, can we talk about this? Okay, so it's respectful cheaters that's rich is cool. Disrespectful cheaters that's rich, women might be out because she's getting disrespected. The woman on the side is watching the babies. She's cooking dinner. She's showing up at the fucking baseball games and shit like that. Disrespectful cheating is the problem. All right. Teach me something, brothers.
Every scenario is different. We just generalize it.
Yeah. Anybody else want to speak on it? Rico, you there? All right. Guys, just tuning in. Welcome to King Talk. Make sure you guys get them likes up. Also, subscribe to the channel. Make sure you go ahead and share the stream. We still got a little bit of more show left. So go ahead and share it. Shout out to the sponsor, T Channel. Make sure you guys click that link. That's pinned to the top of the chat right there. Get 30% off along with a free gift. And this is more than dating, right? Is talking sexual too soon really a turn off to women? Is talking sexual too soon really a turn off to women?
That's really a question for women, but I will tell you this.
I mean, based off what you know, because women act like when you talking to them and the sex thing comes up, it's an issue with some women.
So if you guys, if you at the workplace, if old Mr. Jackson says, hey baby, that's a nice dress, she's going to HR and he's getting Me Too. But if Tyrone, with that 6'2" with the six pack and them pearly smile, says, hey, I like that dress you're wearing today, suddenly it's a compliment. Same words from Tyrone versus old Mr. Jackson over in the shipping department. They both compliment her dress. One of them is flirting. The other one is sexual harassment. So if you're talking too sexual too soon and she ain't really digging you like that, it's probably like, ew. But if you talking too sexual too soon and she want to probably hit that.
I mean, to me, man, it's okay. I'm gonna say this. If she digging you, why you even got to talk about it?
Did you hear what I said?
Like, y'all like each other, right? So more than likely, she gonna be trying to throw it at you, directly, indirectly. So it shouldn't even take me to say nothing about it. Like, dudes, at what you asking for, she's supposed to be trying to give it to you.
True.
So, that's just where I'm at with it, man. It ain't no need for me to talk about it. Ain't no need for me to ask for it, because she rocking with me. That's why she here. That's why you here. So that's just where I'm at with it.
Yeah, I agree. Just jumping out the window too soon is just not smart. There's no way around that. But again, like I always say, women have two sets of rules. They have a set of rules for the guy they like. They got a set of rules for everybody else. That's just the reality of life. We can go down the line as far as approach, what she'll tolerate, the cheating, chances she get, like all of that, like the type of date that she'll accept from a guy, like all of that. Women have two sets of rules, set of rules for the guy they like, and a set of rules for everybody else. This here is no different. But I mean, let's just be honest, going to what Ricky is saying, you a certain type of dude, it's not necessary. You don't have to bring it up. She's gonna bring it up. Matter of fact, she's gonna be turned on by the fact that you're not pressed to get it.
She gonna,
You know what I'm saying? Because if you're just a certain type of dude, you're not pressed to get it. Like you know, eventually it's gonna happen. We talking, we kicking it, we chopping it up. It's coming. So I mean, it ain't really no point in me pressing the issue. And more times than not in that situation, she'll, throw that alley hoop for you to, get into your bag or whatever. But for you to be jumping out the window first conversation, you ain't even familiar with the girl. Y'all ain't even talked about nothing. She don't even know your last name, and you already talking about this. You just doing too much, and it's just again, it's not necessary.
Can I ask a real quick question?
Two midgets hitting in the day drill.
Yeah. Go ahead, Rico.
Now, do you think that guy talking too much and doing all that extra, do you think he has an insecurity issue? Because a confident guy does not need to say too much. A lot of the things he has are official, and they're doing the talking for him, even from the car, from the kind of cut, from the kind of jewelry. It's not too loud, but it's the right cuts, versus talking too much and then losing all. What do you think?
Are you asking, or you already giving an answer?
No, I'm asking. Do you think that's an insecurity issue?
I don't.
I don't think so, bro. I think more times than not that is ignorance. It's a lot of dudes out here that don't lack confidence. They just don't have like women's skills. They don't have
No
good
game.
conversation skills, no game at all.
Emotional intelligence.
Right.
Yeah.
So he's just jumping out the window aggressively because that's just what he does. And a lot of those dudes play like numbers games. It's like, okay, I'm gonna shoot as many women as I possibly can, and then eventually, if I shoot at 100, I'm gonna land on 10, 15. I'm good.
Yeah.
To whereas a dude, who's more skilled and more, seasoned, he gonna shoot at what I want, but I'm gonna go about it in a player way, in a G way. I'm not pressed over nothing. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think it's necessarily insecurity. I think it's more of just ignorance and lack of self-awareness, if I'm gonna be honest.
Self-awareness or self-esteem?
I think they're the same. Self-awareness and
Yeah.
self-esteem.
Because I know I've been through a situation. I don't know who's familiar with SOBs. A lot of talented artists go and perform on that platform, as well as upcoming artists as well. So I came by myself how I usually roll, but then there just seems to be this guy towards the end. You know how they turn on the lights, and then you can see the costume jewelry sparkling. You can tell. But this seems to be the guy doing the most, talking about he has this, he has that, the Bentley outside, and all of that. He shot, did not get anything at the end of the night.
That's because that's his substance. That's his worm on the hook. You see what I'm saying?
But he didn't get nothing there, though.
Right.
He didn't get nothing there. That don't mean he didn't get it somewhere else.
Right.
No, trust me, because you see, at the end of the day, I was just on my own, doing my own thing, networking, and then he just started, I guess we call eye contact. I guess he tried to shoot a shot, and I kind of seen that it didn't go right. So he just kind of, brushed it off and talked to me real quick. He said that, complimented the car, like, oh yeah, I was looking at it when I came in, showed me his car from there. It was like, yo, let's go to Harlem. We went to Harlem. He jumped out again, doing the whole bravado, showing off. I got the ice, I got the car, and all that. Jumping out at different girls in Harlem. None of them gave him any green light. I'm talking about you park your car recklessly anywhere. You don't care if it's a light, you're obstructing traffic. You just got out and did all of that show and nothing at the end of the day.
I'll tell you like this: women, if a dude is hollering at you, he already thinking about sex.
That's the whole point.
That's what I'm saying. So to say talking about it too soon, he already talking about it because he's talking to you. You know what I'm
Not
saying?
necessarily.
Nah. No. I'm not going to give you that.
If a dude is talking to a chick
I ain't gonna even
trying to
give
get a number. More times than not, he's not just going in to develop a relationship up top. Like he's going in. I mean, most dudes is what I'm saying, right?
He's working.
He has the idea and the thought that he wants to have sex with her eventually, even if it's not off the top.
Oh my
the reason
God!
why he's talking to her is because that at the end of the day, of whenever that would happen, that's what he want to do. So I would say it like this as well. Dudes, there's no reason for you to talk about it, right? There's no reason for you to talk about it at any particular point in time because she's eventually going to talk about it, and she's going to allow you to know when she's ready, right? And so it makes more sense for you to just fall back and just be who you are, and then if she want to give it to you, that's what's going to happen.
Man, I done seen more dudes talk themselves out of some butt than into it.
I think that
y'all some players. Y'all some players. Some of these guys be overzealous too, because they finally get a chance to talk to a girl that they've been wanting her so bad they don't know what the fuck to do. They just start saying stupid shit.
What's something they say? What's something they say, Shan?
I don't know. It's been about 30 years since I said it, so I don't remember. But I know I was there one time.
Oh,
we all
really?
So I think if you good, and that's like the rites of passage for men. You know what I'm saying? Like, remember when you with your boys, go talk to her, and you in the crowd, and you on the yard, or go ahead, man, go, and then she over there with her girls, and then you got it. That's what I'm saying. That's coming of age. I think that art is lost. I don't even know if that's happening these days with the kids. But I know that's how we rolled. I know that's probably how most of you guys rolled back when you guys was youngsters, and your boy was pushing you to go holler at such and such, and you had to get a number. See, now it's get Instagram. What's your IG? You can learn about somebody so fast now that sexual talk too early. You can gauge that based on her Instagram page. You go see, because you can learn about how many cousins she got, friends, where she parties normally, what she likes to eat, what she ate yesterday. You learn all of that shit before you had the first conversation. So now you can know if you need to talk sexually early or later, or you need to talk about working out, Pilates and yoga, or should you talk politics or religion? You can learn so much about somebody without even having the first conversation. But back in the day, you learned like when to gauge sex talk and when to get and what to talk about, because all you got was digits. Go get her digits, bro. Go get her digits. And all you had was an area code and 7 number. And all you can do was call. And that's the closest you can get. So I guess it's more of you asking some OGs, JR, some older guys that's about that. But we grew in our early days of dating, we grew up in a different era than it is today. Today, is sex talk too soon for the youngsters? 30 and under, 35 and younger, probably even really like 35 and under. Sex talk for them, bruh. You could look at somebody's IG and make a decision real quick.
I think that if we just look at the question very plain without assuming anybody's intentions by bringing it up, I think we can think of scenarios where that may take place. I think one night stands and sex on the first date has happened before and are still happening now. If somebody felt the energy and decided that they were going to initiate that conversation. And in most cases, men being naturally hunters, they probably did initiate the conversation. And for some men, it worked out for them because one night stands and if sex on the first date still happens as it always has happened. This stuff happens for single men, sometimes non-single men. It does happen. So, it depends on the scenario, the woman, and what your intentions are and what her intentions are. Because sometimes that's what they want too. It's not always as deep as am I starting a relationship with you.
Rio,
I'm reading the question.
This young 24-year-old told me, she said sex on the first date is almost like a handshake today. I was like, what? She said the young ones today, sex right off the top is almost like the girls ain't even tripping on body count, sex, and all that, and being pure and all that. It's almost like are we fucking or what? It's weird.
Think about how much they socialize to it. It's in every piece of media you see. It's in the music.
Yeah,
it's in the music. I remember going to Lenox Mall when I worked for Adidas, and the way that you have to walk in over the food court, there was a big ad banner that dropped because it was like, I don't know if y'all ever been in Lenox Mall, but big ass ceiling, right? Big banner hanging down with a half-naked girl. It was supposed to be like an advertisement for Abercrombie and Fitch or something like that. Because Lenox is like kind of sort of, I mean, it's not high end now, but they still are. It's a Simon Mall. They still consider high end. And that mall management got flooded with calls. Why? Because people were bringing their kids into the mall, ones expecting to see half-naked woman hanging over the banner while I'm trying to eat my Chick-fil-A sandwich. These shorties are socialized into it earlier and earlier. So if you meet somebody, it's not even eighth grade. When I was coming up in Chicago, it was eighth graders saying they had lost their virginity. They really did. They losing their virginity younger than that now.
I knew a girl that was pregnant in 6th grade.
What?
Damn.
6?
6.
Ouch. She got pregnant right when she had her menstrual cycle.
Bryn Mawr Elementary School. Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's crazy. I said, I wish a nigga would.
But it also
there's no value. Like intimacy has been just reduced to just get your nut or get your clout up, or if you the female, maybe you hitting his pockets or something. I don't know, but it's been reduced. You were saying that, Shannon? It's a handshake now. That's what it is for this generation.
Yeah, I mean, it ain't nothing conservative about it. You even look at the parties, like y'all was at camp. They either playing trap music or they playing twerking music. Back in the day, it was actually a slow jam section. My pops talk about it all the time. I ain't never experienced that ever in my life.
Slow jams?
There was no slow jam music at all, bro.
No, never.
Oh, y'all didn't grow up. So wait, y'all didn't wait for the last 3 songs, the slow jams?
No. That was
32 years
Come
old.
on,
I remember that.
That was a thing, man. That what was that Keep Sweating Nobody?
Hey man,
nobody.
That last 30 minutes of the dance,
the last 30 minutes.
Why y'all cut Trill off, man? Like he was trying to have a moment of y'all just.
But look, this is what his pop's talking about.
I'll let him go. Here's some flashback. Go ahead.
Listen, man.
Yeah, Trill gonna take us back home. He said slow jam.
The last 30 minutes of the dance.
Slow dance. I ain't heard that phrase.
This is what the whole night had built up to. This is what you was doing, the Running Man, the Tom and Jerry, all that. You was doing that all night. You was showing up Cabbage Patch, the Reebok. You was doing that all night.
But then when that slow music come on, Rilla, what you do?
Hey, man.
Hey, Rilla probably said, listen, I can't do this.
I got your partner, them fingers.
You talking about Keith Sweat? Nobody. I gotta go. You talking about Keith Sweat? Nobody. No. Keith Sweat a right and a wrong way.
Hey, that's before my time, Rilla.
DJ, come on. Hey, fellas, it's the last song. Good enough.
Facts.
Yeah, we ain't getting none of that growing up, bro. I ain't gonna hold you.
It was all trap.
Bro, and I last 30 minutes, they end up playing Pretty Ricky, bro. They ain't playing no Keep Sweat.
Trail. It was a whole lot of this.
Bro.
You walk up to your boy like,
I'm telling you,
I did. Look here.
Get that before she leaves, bro. Get that before they let the party out. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody gonna be at her. You get
like, damn.
Before they open the doors. You know what I'm saying?
I say, bro, slow jams today. They playing Back That Ass Up by Juvenile. That's the type of shit we dancing with women too. You know what I'm saying? So again, I say that to say that it goes to real point. Just like the whole idea of intimacy has kind of been stripped away. This shit is fast food in our era. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like for real, especially with social media, going back to what Shan said, you literally know, like I could scroll a chick page in 2 minutes and tell whether or not she gonna be down to go. I'll be very, very accurate in that assessment before I even speak to her. You know what I'm saying? So it's like typically all you gotta do comment on a dinner plate or a workout video or something she's saying, and boom, spark the conversation. 5 minutes later, she done made an innuendo. You ain't even got to bring it up. That's why I say like dudes that do that is just forcing the issue. And it's funny because as I'm reading this, like I immediately think about like kickbacks and shit. Like, and you always got that one homeboy who not used to being around super attractive women. So you get him in there, everybody else chilling, everybody else cool. He in there doing too much. Like trying to be
bro.
extra with the drinks.
What's wrong with you?
Just calm down, bro. You doing too much. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I thought about. So yeah, it is dudes that just try to force the issue too fast. Everybody else in there vibing. You look over your bro in the corner. He in his bag. You know nigga in his bag when you see his hands moving. He in his bag talking to her. That corner the same way. Then you got this nigga running around with the bottle in his hand. Shot time, bro. Relax. you
paint the scene, bro. Paint the scene.
Right. So,
hey, King, you smoking over there, King? Oh, it looked like it was kind of foggy over there for a second. Let's say, damn.
But man, like I said back, I mean, like it's just not necessary if you with a chick that's digging you, man. You know, say her name. You know what I'm saying? Drop your bass. Say her name. You know what I'm saying? Say her name a different way. Look at her. You know, like, come on, man. You shouldn't even have to ask. She should be throwing you them panties. I'm just being honest with
you. Yeah. I mean, y'all took us back to memory lane, man. If you guys just tuning in, welcome to King Talk. Make sure you guys get them likes up. Also, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Again, shout out to the sponsor, Teej Hanley. That link is pinned to the top of the chat. Go ahead and fill the Teej. Get 30% off along with a free gift. Moving on to our next topic. Why do women want to see the emotional side of a man?
So they can use it against you?
Break them.
Man, you was ready for that one. Did you talk about this somewhere else, Rick?
So they can use it against you.
Oh, so that's what it is?
Most of them, yeah. Man, I can't, man, bro. The best woman, I'm telling you, if she get mad enough at you, bro, she gonna hit you with it. The best woman, she gonna hit you with it. It's coming. Ain't what they say. Ain't no whatever y'all know, like a woman scoring shit, man. They gonna try to cut you to the quick, boy. I don't care who it is. Bro. If she hurt enough, she in her feelings enough, she gonna hit you with it. Every girl in the chat, yeah, y'all gonna hit them with it if you hurt enough. Yep.
And they didn't told their girlfriend about it, and their girlfriend be one of our girls, and they next thing you know, you hearing about how Greg was crying last night.
Beta.
You know, that's how it go. We hear it. They tell their friends, then their friends gonna tell us. Now other men kind of looking at you, there, nigga, don't be talking tough. I heard you was over there crying and shit. You know what I mean?
How is it that you can't be crying, bro? Like this, you know what I'm saying?
I know it's not right. I'm just messed up in that way. That's a whole nother story. But I'm just telling the truth.
Every woman done it. I don't care how good they say they is. They didn't did it. They didn't done it. I don't care what nobody's. My mama didn't did it. My wife didn't did it. My sisters, my daughters is just what they are. If you hurt them bad enough, they gonna cut you to the quick. They gonna use the one thing you know that you entrusted them with that you ain't entrusted nobody else with to cut your ass. It's just what they are. It's their nature. The same way it's our nature to see a fat ass and be like, God damn, that food. It's in their nature, bro.
Man, I remember I was on the phone one time and I had forgot I was even on the phone. I was at a beauty supply in River Oaks. I was like, God damn, motherfucker thick. I was like, what you say? I said, shit. Because I had the Bluetooth in. I didn't even realize.
Hey, who's on the phone, JR? Who was on the phone?
No comment, man. I lost total track. I was like, God damn, motherfucker thick as hell.
This must have been a minute ago. You ain't saying nothing like that in River Oaks in a good minute.
No, it was a minute ago.
Yeah.
But Ricky reminded me when you see some shit, sometimes you like,
yeah, what you sipping on?
Huh? Some shit called like the basil Hayden toast.
Oh, you fancy.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, man. Hell hath no fury. That's what you was trying to think about.
That's free marketing, JR. That's free marketing.
My Lapeef cup that I got for me.
Oh, he got the Lapeef engraved.
That's all. I didn't. It was a gift from it was a gift for one of the supporters.
Did you run it through? You ran it through yourself?
Right. Was it from your work wife? I'm just
asking. No.
He got to run that through Coleman, humble dad.
Oh, my bad. Okay.
No, it was a guy. Actually on the show, I actually showed the box. Remember, I showed the cups.
Oh, we being funny. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you never know. Somebody said JR ran up into Pam in the beauty supply store. I didn't know what the hell was going on, but I was just like, I'm like, damn. Because you just kept seeing them like, man, it's all type of. You think you're on the phone with one of your homeboys, like, man, it's all type of hoes in this motherfucker. But then you look up and realize, anyhow, enough about me. Why do women want to see the emotional side of a man? Anybody else want to chime in on this?
I would say,
well, in addition,
nosy.
Oh, go ahead.
You know, like, is it ever acceptable? I mean, I know death is one of those things, those reasons that it probably is a past, right? But I often hear women say, you know, it's okay. Like, I like to see a man in this emotion. I like to see a man cry. You have some women that really put that out there, and some of the guys really believe this. And then next thing you know, they they get upset, they angry, and then they just break down.
Yeah, man. I think if you do too much of it though, she gonna definitely judge you. Even those women with the most purest of spirits, she still want to look at her man and see a rock. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, I think, and again, I don't, like most women. I agree with Ricky in that aspect. I think most women want to see the most side of a man just to be nosy. Let's just keep it G. Because for one, men are not that expressive. Men are not that vulnerable. So women are just nosy, especially with the man they love. They want to know every single aspect of you possible. So, you know, but again, when they get mad, they have no filter, especially because again, words are a woman's only defense. What's she gonna do? Whoop you? So it's that's her only defense. So she gonna pull that out when she trying to, you know, cut you to the core. So that's why it's dangerous to do it. But if we're gonna talk about just the like pure-hearted, genuine women, I think, you know, again, those women just want to see that you're capable of it. I mean, and they want to kind of, because like those type of women want to be your safe space. They want to be the one that you feel like you can go to when you really going through some stuff that's like taxing mentally or some stuff that's like taxing emotionally. But again, even in those situations, you do too much of it, and she gonna judge you for that. So it's a line. You got to find that
catch-22, like a catch-22.
Right.
And ladies, words hurt just as much as a fist.
That's a fact.
That's a fact, bro.
Especially coming from our girl.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Well, it all depends on the woman, because some women got that wordplay. You know, just like some men, they say the wrong shit, and it's like, you know what?
It's weaponized. They weaponize it, man. They weaponize that shit. Ricky said it. Listen, how many women do y'all know that don't push buttons? Like it's like, listen, here's a button that bothers me. Will you lock it away? Would you put it in a box, lock it away, throw away the key, and stuff it under the bed? Hell nah. They put it in their purse to use at any time that they can. So often it's really for two reasons. I think they want to hear your emotional side, because oftentimes, and I'm not sure if you guys get this, but I get it. You know, I'm always telling you stuff, but you never tell me stuff.
Exactly.
I've been hearing that for 30 years. Shannon, I'm always opening up to you and I tell you everything, but you don't never tell me nothing. Because if I tell you, you're going to use that shit against me. And so I don't want you using nothing against me. And it's okay. I'm solid, so I'm good. And if I have to tell you, I will. So you oftentimes, hell hath no fear than a woman scorned. You will use I'm feeding you ammunition to shoot me with. I don't want to do that. I don't want to give you the bullets to kill me with when we get into an argument, because I told you something that was kind of vulnerable, or I kind of opened up and gave you some information. And next thing I know, where I'm thinking that you're supposed to be protecting me with this, you using it against me. That's number one. Number two, I think a lot of times women want to see the emotional side of men because they know that they're so emotional. And half the time, and I don't know how y'all are, but my experience is half the time they're wrong, because when you use logic and reason in an argument, oftentimes 2 days later, she's saying, okay, I thought about it. I shouldn't have done that. I'm sorry. You know, you don't get the apology during the argument, which is where I want them to fucking happen, right? You get the shit 3 days later. You get the 72-hour apology. I don't like 72-hour apologies. I want instant apologies. But rarely do you get the instant apologies. But sometimes they got to think about that. Now, if that happens over and over and over again, and it's like, you arguing with me about this again, as if the 10th time is when you're going to be right, okay, no problem. But if you're emotional with her, then you're opening yourself up to be wrong, because you're thinking emotionally and you're making decisions emotionally as she was. And so now women want you to be emotional because now you're leveling the playing field. Because men, if you're going to be logical and use reason and deductive reasoning when it comes to arguing or decisioning or why this didn't happen or why you didn't buy this at the grocery store or why you didn't do a certain thing, and you use reason, but she's speaking emotionally, eventually over some time where there's hours or days, her logic is going to catch up and she's going to say, okay, I see what you're talking about. But during the argument, that's pissing her off. So if you use more emotion, you're leveling the playing field with her, and now both of you guys can make mistakes. So it's really misery loves company. If she makes emotional decisions and makes mistakes every time she makes, she's arguing with emotionally, and you do the same thing, then she feels like she's arguing with her equal. But men just don't do that.
I'm gonna just add a little bit to that. I think some women want to know where is your breaking point. They want to know, like, what is it?
Test. That test.
They want to know what is it that gets to you. You know what I'm saying? Because for the most part, I'm cool, calm, and collected for the most part, right? But there have been times where I've lost it, right? And everybody don't get to see that, right? And so when you do get to see that, you probably have to be in the house. You know what I'm saying? Because I try to think logically. And if she has that or sees that, now she knows, right? And so she now knows your tipping point. And so if she gets to the point of where I've hurt her in a certain way, right, or any man has hurt them in a certain way, now, as y'all have just said, she has that bullet that she can use, right? Now, I'm just saying it's not every woman, right? This is a generality, right? Mm-hmm. And so, sometimes when we say women, like every woman gets in their feelings.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? As if we haven't been speaking in generalities the whole time. So I would say that some of them also just really naturally want to know what is your breaking point, and then there are others that want to know what it is so that they can actually use it against you. You know what I'm saying?
I will even add to that, Humble, that I'll say this too. I think it improves the level of communication, because in that crying, I think you're expressing vulnerability that they can relate to and they can understand what's going on with you. As a guy that doesn't cry, and that's very unhealthy, by the way, I'm not promoting that. You can be raised and conditioned a certain way, and then that's just how you end up, right? But either way, I think oftentimes the person that I'm with doesn't know when I'm severely hurt physically or emotionally, because I'm not expressing it in a way that she understands it and can recognize it. So therefore, I have those types of issues with that communication breakdown, because I'm not expressing it in a healthy way. Sometimes there is a healthy cry that needs to be done. Now, granted, there's balance with things. You don't want to get yourself in a predicament to where you get an argument. She's talking about, yeah, you're so emotional. You like a woman. Oh my God, every time I turn around, you're crying. Like, you don't want to be one of them men either. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So I think oftentimes we just gotta, calibrate that thing, but one extreme or another isn't good. And I know that from experience.
Another thing too is women use like your level of emotion to judge your investment into the relationship, because women are super emotional.
Hey, repeat that real quick, Trill, before you go further. Can you go back?
Yeah, like women, judge your level of the level of emotion that you show, and like use that to gauge your investment in the relationship. And what I mean by that is because women are so emotional, and they want to see that so they can know that you just as knee deep in it as they are. But if you move like most men do, we very, logical and reasonable, almost to the point of coldness in their eyes, then she see that as, okay, he's 1 foot in this, 1 foot out of this. One wrong turn and he gonna walk away from me. He gonna leave this. Compared to me, I'm so emotionally delved into this shit that, things could go left, he could do wrong, whatever. And I'm not just gonna run out the door. But if he's not showing me that he's capable of leveling, just like Shan said, meeting me on that level, then I'm not sure how invested he is in this. So I want to see it from you. Like real rap, like it's certain women that truly like feel like they developed a closer bond with their man just because they both had just an irrational moment where police had to be called or some crazy shit like that. To whereas a man looking at that like this shit is just ridiculous. But like women will come out of that situation and feel like that brought us closer together because we was both just irrational and just mad at each other and just didn't give it exactly trauma bonding. So, and I would advise men to stay far away from that type of woman. That shit is dangerous, and that's gonna get you damned up. But that just goes to show how warped a lot of women's mind are, to where they'll judge you not being as emotional as they are and feel like you're not as invested, which is not true.
If you're gonna cry like Denzel did in the movie Glory when he was getting whipped.
Now, if you're in the movie theater and you're watching like The Pursuit of Happiness, and your girl crying, she look over you and see you crying, you think she's gonna feel a certain type of way?
Depends on your girl, bro.
Yeah.
If you cry like Denzel, you all right. Just let the tear, just get a mean face, let that tear fall.
I think Courtney Michelle had a question, and I think Rio might have hinted to it already, but let me just put it out there. Do men want to be vulnerable with women and just scared to be?
That's a dope question.
I don't know if it's necessarily a want. I think most men really don't know how to be vulnerable, because we're not programmed to be vulnerable. We are programmed to be rock solid in every situation. Don't feel nothing. Like, even again, I said it before, dating back from young. When a boy fall down, scrape his knee, boy, get your ass up. You a man. What you doing crying? Man, don't cry. Walk that off. So it's like when you getting taught that from a young age all the way up until now, we don't know how to be vulnerable. And that's why a lot of times when our first time doing it, that shit look awkward. It feel awkward. She know it's awkward and all type of shit. But it's not that we don't want to be. I don't think men just like walk around wanting to be vulnerable. Most men want to be Superman because we feel like that's what's going to make us a real man. That's what we done been programmed to think, you know what I'm saying? But again, everybody got breaking points. You just hope that, your woman ain't the type of woman to, see that breaking point and use that shit against you like all of the fellas been saying. But nah.
I mean, to me personally, it seemed like I want solutions. I want answers. You know what I mean? That's what, if you want to talk about me being emotionally attached to something, this is about not being able to accomplish the goal I need to do for me and my family. That's really where it comes from. But as far as me having to be, I mean, for me to say I haven't been emotional in front of my girl before, that's a lie. But that point came to when I just couldn't find an answer. I couldn't find an answer. I was so frustrated at it. It drove me crazy, damn. It was driving me crazy, right? And I'm gonna be honest with you, and me being transparent in this point, it ain't even about how she feel about it. It's how I feel about myself, because I couldn't come up with a solution. Right?
Go ahead, Rick.
So, Courtney, listen. Courtney, it's only in the last 100 years that we really even mastered electricity, which means the human men, I always tell it, it's baked in the cake. So do we want to be vulnerable and just don't know? We don't naturally. We've been on this planet as farmers and fighters for thousands of years. I just watched Gladiator last night, the movie Gladiator with Russell Crowe, came out in 1999. Movie opened up with the Roman army getting ready to fight the barbarian. That's what we are. That's what we've been doing for thousands of years. It's only since the turn of this last century in the Industrial Revolution that we have cell phones and smart talk and all this vulnerable emotional shit that we're talking about. Men have we didn't change our species in the last 100 years. We're forcing a lot of stuff. That's what this whole women working, and that's why we talk about men and women out of order and head of household. All this shit is recent. This is all, we are still Neanderthals. We just smart. And harness electricity and know how to communicate with each other across the world in 2 seconds. But technically, we are still the cavemen that we've been for so long. We're still the warriors. We are still the fighters. We are still want to go fight other people. We still want to hunt and kill. We're still the same species that we've been for thousands of years. The same dogs we've been for thousands of years. We're just now trying to domesticate ourselves over the last 100. So the whole soft side of men and be soft and do you want, and that's where they get the whole toxic masculinity. Listen, we're just men. We're just men. We're just smarter, and we're talking to each other, and we got in healthcare, and we understand medicine a lot better. Flying to the moon and all that shit. That's all in the last 100 years. Prior to 1800, we were in the dark. So no, it's not that we want to be something different than what we've been for thousands of years. We're still the same Homo sapiens. It's just that you women want us to be something different today. And it's tough. And men are trying to acquiesce. That's where the whole gynocracy part comes in. Men are trying to be a little bit more understanding, talk to women, be more loving, try to, make our relationships work. Shit is falling apart. We can see that, right? But that's what we're trying to do. No, we don't really want to. It's just like he said, we're not even, not only is it not naturally something that we want to do, we're not even conditioned to do it for boyhood.
We weren't taught it, and we weren't informed how to do so.
Mm-hmm.
It's not in the plan.
Do you think that we should be vulnerable with that particular woman?
If I had a choice, if I had a choice, I would say no. I think Ricky made a good point. Like I consider myself a problem solver, and I don't really give up. If I have an issue in front of me, it's like I'm gonna make a way to get it done. And I can count on my hands how many times I'm unable to get something done. But sometimes you may have that passion, and it's not because you're complaining. It's just like, fuck, like you're just so upset because you weren't able to accomplish that goal that you had. Like, damn, almost like when you see people in the playoffs or something like that. I could just imagine that they just wanted it so fucking bad and they just couldn't get it. I think that's a different type of cry where it's just you can't figure shit out, or it hurts. Like you in your little bubble, you ball up, it's too much. I don't know how to intake this data that's coming in. I don't know what's going on right now. She make me feel it. That's a different type of cry. And I think that's like some soft ass shit. But the question I want to ask, because there are so many people that grew up like this, whether they just raised by their mothers and their mother was emotional. Maybe they had a father that was emotional. Like, how can one channel that energy somewhere else? Because we're saying that most women look at it, depending on when you crying, right? Then most women will probably look at it as being soft. There are some men that say it's okay to cry. There's women that say it's okay to cry. But if you guys have some advice for someone that may be a crier, like how can they channel that energy? Like what should they do?
Take up boxing.
I was gonna say go to Ricky Williams' boxing channel.
Take up boxing.
Go to the gym.
I mean, I don't know what it's. I don't know, man. It's like it's a hard take. It really does depend on the woman you with. You know what I mean? I'm just being honest, but I mean, I will stay away from it. I'm just being honest. I understand it happens, but I don't look, man. If you falling over yourself crying every other day, man, it's gonna happen, bro. It's gonna happen. I don't care how understanding she is, my guy. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. And if she ain't doing it in front of you, she doing it in the group chat. It's gonna happen, bro. Like I'm just saying, it's like it's I don't see what's the problem. Like what's wrong with understanding? We understand, like we try our best to understand y'all. We go out our way to understand y'all. Y'all just can't understand, hey, this is just my dude. You know what I mean? That's just how he is. You know what I mean? I think that's messed up. You know what I mean? It's like okay, so the best example is like, right, what you said about we're talking about how she'll use something to cut you with, right? But it's some stuff your girl that told you will never use against her. You will never use it. You never do it. You could be the only person she told that to, bro. It could be the worst thing in the world, but you will never use it against her because you know your girl.
But Rick, you know what else? That translates to our friendships too. Stuff that our homeboys done told us, and we know that there's some real shit. Now, don't get me wrong, we do talk about bullshit here and there, sports, whatever, but we know when our homeboy telling us some like real stuff. We ain't giving that up. Me and him can fall out. That's still going to my grave with me. So I think like men just move with a different type of code in that aspect, man. Like for one, we was raised not to snitch for one, but two, just things that we feel like especially with our girl, because we don't like we understand how sensitive women are, and we know how personal they take everything. So and they know that once, and we know that once we bring that up, it ain't no going back after that. Like she ain't gonna never forget that. That's gonna cut her forever, and it ain't gonna be a situation where she just gonna let that go, leave that right there. Like a lot of us do. She'll say something to us that's just out of pocket, but we gotta chalk it to her just being emotional. Oh, she's just a woman, whatever. And most men are gonna process it that way and drop it and continue going about our day. Don't get me wrong, we're gonna have a conversation, but we ain't gonna act like it just cut us deep. But let us bring up something, traumatic that happened to her in childhood or something in the midst of an argument. We'll never hit into that.
It's over. It's over. OVA. It ain't even OVER. It's OVA.
Straight up.
To JR's other question though, he was saying, what would you tell the crier? One of the things that I would tell him is go see a therapist.
I was just about this. That was going to be my answer.
Go see a therapist. As a people, I'm talking about black men in particular, go see a therapist. I used to say that all the time. I'm gonna get back to saying it because a lot of us are suffering in silence. A lot of us are suffering in silence, and a lot of us are leaving early. I would tell them, go read a book. I have not read this yet. I'm committed to getting into this with Jason Wilson out of Detroit. He has a dojo where he teaches young men martial arts, but also gives them life skills. So I do want to get into this, and this is another book he wrote too. I got to order that one too and read through it. But black men, we got to do a better job of taking care of ourselves. I told JR, I was talking to JR earlier, and I have been saying, people like, yo, where you been? What's going on? I'm like, man, I'm working. I just did a 10-day stretch, 12 and 14-hour shift, bro. I'm out of it. And I told JR earlier, I said, I got to do a better job with taking care of self. Right. This is all going into what JR was asking. What do you tell the crier? Go get some help. Because like Ricky was saying, man, you shouldn't be tripping over yourself and walking around and every 5 minutes crying. Somebody presents you with a problem, you crying, and you stubbed your pinky toe, you crying. I don't do that when I stub my pinky toe. I yell something real foul in the King's English, wake up the whole house, and I keep it pushing. So I don't advocate for men to be out here, or young men in particular, to be out here whining and crying every 5 minutes. But I do think that you gotta find a healthy way to channel those emotions. You have emotions, you shouldn't lead with them. You shouldn't be super emotional. And I'm saying that for men and women. Women need to relax. Go listen to that new Kendrick Lamar. Go listen to We Cry Together. And listen to how that conversation goes. And listen how they talk to each other. Then listen what she tells him to do at the end of that song.
I would say, yeah, that's good. I would say that put that energy into something that that's a hobby or something. If you got to be crying all the time, of course you need to go to a therapist. And for those that have an issue with going to a therapist, I'm gonna tell you, it helped me out a great deal. And I was going every week, but you don't have to go every week. You know what I'm saying? You can go once a month. And as far as prices, I mean, they probably maybe $120, $150 an hour. You know what I'm saying? You spend that easy within the month. So it's very important for you to make sure that you're healthy. I think we talked about that last week. Your wealth is your health. So I would say go get counseling and also put that energy into something that is going to be valuable to you. Such as, it doesn't have to be starting a business. It could be reading a book. It could be listening to music. It could be talking to your homeboys, you know what I'm saying? Or somebody else that's not your girl. You know what I'm saying? But you want to be, in my opinion, you want to have a space where you can be vulnerable, because then you'll be able to resolve some situations that you didn't think that you could.
I will also say, too, one of the things that women might want to recognize is men, at least some men, have the ability to recognize when they're with a toxic woman. If there's a woman who is intentionally pressing your buttons when she gets upset in order to pull out some or any kind of emotion out of you, eventually you start to recognize those patterns. And being emotional isn't just crying. Some men gonna punch holes in walls, throw shit, do all kind of stuff that's going to essentially tantrums, right? And those types of things, if you ever been raised up around domestic violence and various things like that, you wind up down in county jail. You know what I mean? It's so that's the thing. Men gotta recognize when this is happening, and if they have to recognize when it's happening, 9 times out of 10, they're gonna get in such control over their emotions, or it may not be as easy to be vulnerable with you. So you gotta be careful as women on how you use some of these weapons that you have, if you want to have that type of relationship with somebody.
Go ahead, Ricky. You want to say something?
Oh, I was just about to say that you could, hey, Cliff Notes, you could be emotional, just not with your girl. You know what I'm saying? Don't do it. Don't do it. Is all I'm saying. Don't do it. You know what I'm saying? Don't do it.
So, JR, real quick. Let me, I read, right? So we finished a book called Hold On to Your Nuts, a relationship manual for men. NUTS stands for non-negotiable, unalterable terms. Speaks on a lot of stuff, but the very last chapter is develop trusting relationships with men. Women, let me just hit them with this one real quick. Women are terrific, fellas. Listen, women are terrific. Good women know how to care for their men. They could be partners, lovers, and nurturers. Women can support their men. Your girlfriend, your wife, she can support you. She can challenge you to be a better man. But men these days are under the mistaken impression that women are supposed to satisfy their every need. It's just not so. There are some things that women can't do for us. And that's why we need other men who are also committed to this process of becoming better men. If you want a reliable reflection of you as a man, uninfluenced by your woman's wants or her needs, desires, or her blind spots, you'll need to develop trusting relationships with other men. So it's one thing to go get therapy. That's the best, right? Especially, but if you can't afford it, and some people, you got to get around a group like this right here, this King Talk show that's been going on for 7 months now is fantastic. JR has made the decision to not let women come up on the panel. This is a show by men for men. The thing is, women can watch. But imagine if you are in an environment, just like Ricky said just now, open up. Just don't open up to her. You need to, fellas, you got to get into a situation, a group, a think tank, a mastermind group, an organization where you are able to open up to other men, because other men, older to younger, younger to older, peers, however you look at it, can be a great way to be able to open up and express the emotions that you otherwise may not want to do with your woman or shouldn't do with your woman. But when you do it with another brother, it's a whole different ball game. So you need to learn, all men should learn how to create or develop relationships with other men. So whenever you get frustrated, wound up or something, you got to get some shit out. You'll be able to do that with other brothers in a manner that will be conducive and understood by other brothers. As an example, Sage had a show this Sunday. There's a show on the Lapeef Network called A Sage Talk with Mr. Lee. It's a fantastic show, and I was watching it, and a brother came up and he was talking and he was hurt and he ended up crying. First thing I saw in the chat was a woman laughing at him. And I was like, yo, and I put in there, I was like, yo, man, reach out to me if you need to. And then I think, and it was weird to see because the brother was pouring out at the death of Kevin Samuels, and he was frustrated about how men should talk to women, and and Sage was going back with him, and it was a good dialogue. But when his emotions got up and he flared out and cried, I understood. I wish I was up on the panel with him, or I wish I could have snatched him out and brought him over and embraced him and then talked to him as a man. But the woman laughed at him in the chat. She's like, and look at all the memes. When Michael Jordan cried, they turned him into a meme. When Will Smith cried at the Red Table Talk, they turned him into a meme. When Kanye West cries, they turn him into a meme. And then they wonder why we don't want to be vulnerable. So why? So you could turn me into a meme? A proverbial meme in my own house? Hell no, I don't want to do that. But if you with another guy who understands where you're coming from, it could be a lot easier. So fellas, build trusting relationships with other men. It's a really good outlet, especially if you can't get to therapy.
Man, hey, let me add this before you move on. Story time. So here in my town, right, I got this dude I know. I've been friends with him for over 20 years, right? His pops died, right? And you know what happened. You know what happened. Facebook, oh, so sorry for your loss, da-da-da-da. Y'all know how it go, right? Everybody, right? His girl, everybody. Oh, he okay, da-da-da-da, woo, right. He hadn't reached out to me, even though I believe he should have, but he didn't, right? I drive by where he worked. I go see him. I see the bro, man. Hey, I just want to stop by and say I'm sorry about your dad, man. Just break out. I hugged that man for a good 10 minutes, shirt all wet, and it wasn't nothing but love, man, because I understand. But like I said, man, and this the crazy part. Like the ladies, everybody want to say what y'all want to see, what y'all believe y'all will see, but when y'all see it, y'all don't like it. That's just the honest to God truth. Stop lying to yourselves. You can take it once or twice depending on the situation. But if that man broke down in front of you constantly, bro, you, like I said, you're gonna be talking about him like a dog. That's just it's against y'all. That's y'all nature. I like I said, I'm not. It's not a good or bad thing to me at this point in my life. That's most of y'all nature. Your man is meant there to be the thing that's always consistent for you in your life. He's the stoic one. He's the one, the stone. He's the one that when everything goes wrong, you look at him and he's always the same. He's the building block. He's the foundation. He what everybody look at to come back to square one. And if he kept doing that and kept breaking down in front of you, you ride him the same way every other woman would if you've seen it enough.
The way you put it like that right there, Rick, it kind of makes me more conscious of the fact that to a certain extent, we have to protect ourselves from our own women.
Yeah, there you go, man.
Can I ask a question? Sidebar.
Go ahead, Rico.
What do you think is more disrespectful if you had a fight with another dude, to slap him or to punch him?
Hey, I think you're moving on. Did you click the link or something in the back chat? So maybe not. I was gonna bring. Hold on. First of all,
which link?
Hold on. Give me 1 second. First of all, welcome to King Talk. Make sure you guys get the likes up. I heard the likes are down. Let's get the likes up right now. Also, make sure you subscribe to the channel while you at it. And I just wanted to brush over this real quick. It's ironic you brought it up. I thought you clicked the link that I put back in there for the fellas, but I just want to bring this up about Will Smith and the whole slap thing. I put a video in the back chat for you guys what was said, and I was thinking this shit a while ago when I started seeing men like slapping other men. And let me put this disclaimer out there: I don't condone violence. We're not promoting it. We're just having a conversation right now about things that we've seen right on the internet and in the media. But Boosie, he was on Vlad TV, and Boosie said it's more disrespectful for a man to slap another man than to punch him. That's what Boosie says. So I want to kind of get you guys
1000%.
Thoughts about it real quick, because where did this come from? Where I remember the first time I seen it, like, they slapped the shit out of that motherfucker. But then, like, to me, it's like when you get slapped, it's like, man, that's like for somebody to slap you.
That means they really disrespect you. Like they view you as a lower than tier person if they slap you.
I mean, I don't know, man. I'm just looking at it. I'm just on the fence about that shit, man. Like where do men become? Huh?
What you on the fence about?
No. What I'm saying is that, like, when I seen this shit, it's just like, damn, like, like, when did guys start slapping motherfuckers?
Man, refer back to the late great Nipsey Hussle in Hollywood on the red carpet when he, come on, Rilla, when he slapped the shit.
That when he slapped fire out of dude. He slapped fire out that joker. Bet you won't move damn other cone.
In certain cultures, that's what they do. It's very acceptable. Certain cultures, not like we Americans. where we resort to the knuckle game. But in other countries, they usually slap.
Like slap
Man,
it.
bro, you know what I think it is though? I think it speaks to the person doing the slap. Because if I punch somebody, I'm trying to get you out the way. We're gonna be honest, like all the way out the way. But if I slap you, then that means I don't fear what's coming back. I know you're not gonna get knocked out from a slap. So it's like I don't necessarily fear what the consequences gonna be. Compared to if I punch you, I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying, knock your ass out. So I think that's what the difference is in the level of respect. But I juggle with which one's the most disrespectful because as the
Trill.
one receiving it.
Because if you ain't scared of me, Trill, listen, if you slap me because you ain't worried about what I'm gonna do,
Right,
you really saying you bitch ass nigga.
That's what I was saying.
That hit the nail on the head. Hits the nail on the head. Even growing up, if you hear a young man say that to another young man, I'll slap the shit out you. You know, that's disrespect. You know, we recognize it as males. That's blatant disrespect. Even if a grown man says it to a security guard in front of establishment, I'll slap the shit out. It's you letting him know
that I'm gonna smack you and you ain't gonna do nothing about it.
I ain't worried about what you gonna
exactly.
It's like
tell
saying
him Rio.
It's like saying you a fly on the fucking wall. You ain't worth the gum on the bottom of my shoe, right?
Who punches a fly?
Right.
Do we swat flies or do we punch them? We swat them motherfuckers.
It's like I'm gonna use the least amount of violence because that's what you worth to get you to move or shut the fuck up.
Facts.
Right? A punch mean, hey, I see you as a threat. You a man. I gotta knuckle up and put my hand through you. A smack's like, get away, peasant. You know what I mean? I think the only thing that's more disrespectful than getting slapped is getting spit on.
Yeah, definitely.
So if somebody slapped you now, like what would be your response? I know what my response would be, but I'm just like, let's just share.
Get close to me. To be honest with you, you ain't gonna get that close to me if like again. I believe in keeping my cipher small like a Cheerio, but y'all don't hear me though. You know what I'm saying? I keep my cipher small like a Cheerio, so I don't deal with people like that. So if a man ain't coming up to me in love, I'm stopping you at arm's length because I'm gonna take off first.
That's the first rule in defense and martial arts. See, Ricky giving y'all the martial arts stint. Stay back. Don't come close because I might misunderstand you.
That's the first rule in Chicago.
That
man, he told you they tried to rat pack him.
You walk up, if you're not coming to me in love, you walk up on me, you gonna get stolen.
So 6 feet was a thing before COVID.
It's one thing about being slapped by another man that it triggers something. You could, at whatever age, you could probably accept a slap from a female. If you get slapped, it could be from your dad. You might forget that that's your dad out the smack itself. You know what I mean? Like there is something about smacking another man. It just doesn't trigger anything but you to lose you lose your beloved mind. Like that is the ultimate disrespect besides being spit on. That it's just like, nah, a switch is going to flip in your brain just automatically.
I'm just thinking about when I seen Will Smith walk up there like RoboCop, cocked his hand back and went like and followed through.
Charlie Murphy.
And then just walked off like that. That shit just seemed so disrespectful to me. Like this motherfucker slapped the shit out of you too.
I think the Nipsey was more disrespectful, man, because he sounded off on him. I know it was a handprint on his face on that one. I don't know if Will Smith left a handprint on his face.
No, that was a soft one.
Will Smith I might look at that. I want to look back at that Nipsey Hussle one.
Oh man, go watch that again.
Yeah.
Nipsey, somebody put in
you heard it on the camera. When you hear it on the camera,
for me if y'all can.
Nipsey slapped the taste out of his mouth, bro. That shit was serious.
I just wanted to.
And that nigga did not press a single charge. He knew.
Was gonna come.
He knew not to press that, but that goes to Trill's point. He knew not to press a charge.
Wait, you live in LA?
But even as a man, you press. as a man, you're gonna press charges because another man. You better not want to tell that to anybody else. Not in
No
court. Not in any. Not at all. That you just further emasculated yourself by going to court because the man smacked you and you did nothing. Like that doesn't pan out for your self-esteem. You know what I mean? So I'm not surprised, honestly.
Hey, if the judge anywhere worth his salt, he gonna let you off with a warning. You know what I'm saying? Hey, judge, he slapped me, so judge gonna be like, dismiss. Come on, man. If he a man, if he a man, come on, bro. Don't slap no man, bro. That's disrespectful, man.
Yeah,
that's super disrespectful.
They used to have to duel after that. Used to have to draw 10 paces.
10 paces, man. It's like,
yeah, man, somebody got to die. I mean, it's just beyond, and that's what's so bad about it, man. Is that I just pray God just keep me out of those type of situations. But it's just like people, like for you to slap somebody, for you to spit on somebody, but like you got to look at them like beneath nothing, like that. Like that's just like a grown man. I'm looking at a grown man, and I'm gonna spit in your face. So I'm gonna say like. It's just like wow, and I think like when like the person receiving this, like that's why I was looking at Chris Rock on stage. Now don't get me wrong, I don't think he won't square with Will anyway, but I think just the shock that was on his face, he just like, I can't believe he just did that to me on national TV. Like he just slapped me as a grown man. But it's like, man, people done died over that. That's honest. So like be careful. And I also think we'll know who you can play with like that and who you can't play with like that.
Facts.
Because just like Shan say, dude didn't press no charges. He didn't look like he wanted to raise no hand. Because you know what the consequences of that is gonna be. So I mean, it's just I don't know, man. Just everybody let's keep our hands to ourselves. Let's stay out here in these streets, get to this money, man. Take care of our families, please.
Show the love, man. Show the love, man. Keep your hands to yourself.
Jesus Christ.
There you go. If you guys just tuning in, welcome to King Talking to Lapeef Network. Make sure you guys get the likes up. Also subscribe to the channel. Moving on to our next topic. This is the main event right here. I just put the video in the back chat for y'all too, if y'all want the context. I also put it in the chat as well. But Michael Blackson and his boo, Rada, I think that's how you say her name. They had a conversation on the Shade Room, and she allows Michael to have a side chick once a month. She said that it's healthy. It brings so much value to their relationship to be able to have the opportunity to grant Michael Blackson a freebie once a month with a side chick. So let's talk about this, real. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
At the beginning of your relationship, everything is up for negotiation. It don't matter what it looks like to nobody else. All that matters is what it looks like to you. It's all about understandings. If they have an understanding and it works for them, it's not my business to say otherwise.
All right. What you got on this, Rio? You're on mute, so you know.
I think one thing that Michael Blackson's woman said that was relevant was you've been with somebody for a long period of time, and that's her way of helping to create excitement in the bedroom. If that works for you, absolutely. She's recognizing that there may be some sort of opportunity that they can be mutually, in agreement on, and it just happens to be that. I'm in 100% support of that. You know what I mean? She knows her man. She knows what would essentially keep things fresh in their bedroom, and so does he, and it's working for them. I'm 100% for it. I think that's plenty benefit. That's enough benefit right there.
It ain't nobody else's business, though.
At all.
It ain't nobody else's business. I think that's where a lot of the people get in trouble. Is it ain't nobody else's business. If that's what y'all do, that's what y'all do.
Yeah.
Shannon, you shaking your head.
No, man. Okay, so Michael Blackson. All right. Kevin Samuel said, high value men don't cheat. They exercise their options if they choose to exercise them. 1994, Bill Gates was worth
$10 billion, like $9.5 billion. He was 39 years old. He married Melinda Gates, and he told her, I love you. I'm going to marry you. But just to let you know, my ex-girlfriend, I'm hanging out with her every summer for the week. You cool with that? And Melinda said, yup, I'm all right with that. I'm about to marry. He's a Billy in 94. $9 billion in 94 is a lot of bread. That was Bill Gates. He was the youngest billionaire in the world. And he was in love with Melinda, but he told Melinda, I'm smashing my ex every summer. You cool with that? She said yes. Michael Blackson told his girl, the way I'm sure it's all, and again, this all gets back to the respectful or disrespectful cheating. Michael Blackson probably didn't get permission from her. She's not letting him do that. He said, this is what's going to happen if you want to be with me, Mr. Blackson. I'm smashing somebody monthly. You cool with that? And she probably looked at the lifestyle and was like, yeah. So it depends on who you are. If you Bill Gates, if you Michael Blackson, if you're a multimillionaire, if you're an international comedian that travels, that tours 200 of 365 days a year, and you want to live a certain lifestyle, you're gonna let that man do what he wants to do too. Oftentimes, especially if it's not disrespectful. The whole thing. That's another thing that Kevin was talking about. He used to always say, you can't having a whole second family, children not, bringing home diseases, being all public with it, having, babies out of wedlock and all that kind of stuff. No, that's not what, he wasn't down with that. But, respectful cheating, I guess, respectfully exercising your options. A lot of women can deal with that. So the question is there a benefit for allowing a man to have one side chick a month? Is there a benefit to her? It depends on who he is, but likely if he's making a certain amount of money and giving you a lifestyle that you otherwise wouldn't catch, generally speaking, because to be honest with you, if 10% of men is if we're talking about 1%ers at this point, if you landed a 1%, you could have got 99 other men, but out of a room of 100, you got the one of the richest ones in there, then you probably gonna turn a blind eye to a lot of stuff. So I could see a benefit for some women. Me, I'm not a cheater though, so I wouldn't do it.
But it wouldn't be cheating because it's agreed upon.
It's not cheating. It's not that.
I agree.
That's wonderful because that's the term of cheating. Cheating is not what you do. It's not the act of smashing somebody else. It's how you do it. It's the non-communication. It's the gaslighting. It's the lying. It's the conniving. It's the betrayal. Cheating is all about betrayal. It has nothing to do with if you got your dick sucked. It has everything to do with how you got your dick sucked.
I think in order to cheat, you have to be under the impression that you're breaking the rules, right? And I feel that it's up to the two people in the relationship to establish what those rules are. And sometimes you got to rewrite what was understood to you. I once read an article about monogamy, and it was saying that young men entering into romantic relationships are misled into thinking that monogamy can provide them with like a lifetime of sexual fulfillment if they are truly in love with their partners. I don't know that that's necessarily wrong. Maybe men are wired in such a way that you can be in love and still have certain desires, especially after super long term relationships. So if she feels like she's recognizing that, maybe she has some flexibility there. Now, if you're going behind her back, then that's different. So I don't know. I think that that comes a lot with closeness, self awareness, and then being aware of your partner. And I'm sure that if a woman was open to that, that a lot of men, if not most men, would be like, yeah, okay. Uh, I absolutely will explore that option rather than just leave that on the table and say, nah, I'm just going to ride it out with you. We learn to exercise discipline, but we have, some desires that maybe don't go away for a very, very long time. And you know, like I say, we've learned to exercise discipline and play the game the right way, or at least how we learn to play it.
Or you play the game. You play the game you agreed upon,
or you play the game that you agreed upon. But you got to be open to the conversation. You got to talk about it.
Yeah, no doubt. Let's just have a conversation.
Yeah.
So if a man is interested, he should speak up about it.
Yeah, I honestly, again, I honestly believe that. I mean, everybody want to put money on it because it's Michael Blackson or Bill Gates, but you see plenty of relationships now where people ain't got no money, but they got my girl got a girlfriend. You know what I'm saying? My Chevy Blue like whirlwind, and they know it's all about like I said, if you get in that relationship, y'all got to come to an understanding of what your relationship is, and no one can make that understanding but the two of you. It's all dependent what y'all want to agree to and what y'all are into. And it, like I said, I tell everybody, I don't care what nobody thinks about my relationship. This is what we agreed to.
I don't care.
This is what we agreed to, and I'm okay with it. So it doesn't matter if you're not okay with it. You're not here, right? So again, if you're being honest, and if that's what you want in a relationship, it's no different from when you get a new job. And I hate when y'all do this, but this really applies to this one. You're gonna get the pay you negotiate. Some people take the pay they just offer out the door. Right? You, especially if y'all ain't been together and y'all ain't lived together, because you never really know a person till you live with them, right? If you don't know really what that person into and they're not voicing it, and y'all not coming to a common accord on what y'all relationship is, then both of y'all setting yourselves up for failure. Talk about it. And again, this all comes down to me as the example I always use from my life here on out since I learned my lessons. Just be right, because if you right, you saving everybody time, heartache, and effort. You're gonna save everybody time. Hey, this is what I'm into. This is what I like. This is what I'm doing. You down? Nope. Okay. No hard feelings. No hard feelings. Or if you believe that person is worth it, you gonna bargain out, and you gonna see where it's at. And this is why I disagree when people saying when women or men saying you don't settle. Everybody settles. Everybody settles. It's just, is that person worth it for you?
Let me go right quick, Shane. Then
real quick, Ricky. Let me ask him: is that soundbite? Is that Humble Dad? Like, what? I know the. Did you hear what I said? I know that came from Forrest Gump. I learned that like 2 weeks ago. But is the one that says "I don't care"? Is that Humble Dad?
Oh, I don't care.
JR. That's JR. I don't know.
Oh, that's JR.
No, that's B Nix.
Say, do it again.
I don't care.
Man, I thought that was Humble Dad. All right.
It does kind of sound like me.
I think so the question,
that's funny. Hey, I get him back eventually. The question is there a benefit for allowing a man to have one side chick a month, right? And so everybody's
I don't care.
And the answer is yes, because you get to be with the one you want to be with. That's the benefit, right? If this is what you have signed up for, then you've agreed upon it, then you're saying that I'm willing to be with you even though you have a side chick. So that's the benefit. It seems like it'd be more of a question for a woman. Like, what's the benefit for your man to have this side chick once a month, right? So we just kind of speculating on the basis of from our position. But I would say, I would ask her. Like, y'all didn't get to watch it, but maybe I did get to watch it. So I want to assume that. But I watched the show last night, and when Michael Blackson, he's talking about this scenario that he gets to have one woman, a month. She seemed kind of cool in the initial conversation, but then the table of people started asking a lot of questions. And then at a point in time, she was like, man, I just feel really stupid. Right. And then they get back to the room and she tells him, listen, this is what we agreed upon, but I don't like you making it look like what you're making it look like. You see what I'm saying? So that's him putting it out on, like really braggadocious that he gets to do this thing that most dudes, I'm not talking about money wise, just most dudes don't get to do. And then you're not just doing it in front of these 12 people. You've put this on tape, right? And so that says something about me. And she told him, if this is a continuation of a thing that you're going to be the person that talks about it all the time, then this is not what I want. That's what she said on the show. So that kind of alludes to some of the things that other people have already said. But she signed up for it. The position of how you can have one, side chick. I agreed to that. But now the position is, I didn't know that you was going to be broadcasting it, to the world. So that's not what I'm with. So the benefit is you get to be with the one you with, as long as you agree to the terms.
That privacy, I'm telling y'all, privacy is powerful, man. Privacy is powerful.
I agree with that.
What the flip side of that is? He's gonna be able to say, "Well, get your shit and go." Get your shit. He gonna hit it with the Eddie Murphy. Well, okay. I'm sorry. I made it public. We'll get your shit and go. Because he proposed to her on the Breakfast Club last year, but they ain't married yet.
Oh damn.
And there's levels to privacy. Outside of something that's broadcasted to the world. Nowadays, we got these cell phones, and a lot of us got group texts with our close friends, whether it be men or women, and various things like that. We all know somebody, more than likely, who has some kind of arrangement of the like. And I think it puts pressure on other women who've never even entertained the thought to consider it. You know what I mean? Especially since it may make other men feel envious that they don't even have that option and may never have that option. We just know a lot nowadays. Just information is just exchanged at a rapid rate about any and everything. And so, that privacy issue is a big deal. It's a big deal. But like I say, access to information also enlightens you. And it may just open your mind to conversations that you could have with your partner. If you didn't know, then you wouldn't even think about that. But if she's not open to it, I don't know, it could be a letdown. So.
Well, I hope you had that prenup locked tight. You got to write all of that in there. All of it in the prenup.
Go ahead, Rilla.
No, I was just gonna ask, Humble Dad, was that the marriage boot camp that you was watching?
No, it wasn't a marriage boot camp. It was a Celebrity Spouses or something like that. I can't. It's a new episode on a new show on VH1.
Oh, I'm good. Okay.
It's with like Mike. What is it from Belle Biv DeVoe is on there.
I know what you're talking about.
Styles P and his wife is on there.
Yeah, I remember.
John Sally and
Damn, Humble Dad, you still got cable?
What you doing, bro?
No, I thought we all cut the cable.
Damn, bro, listen, that's twice, bro. That's twice, bro.
But that's baller. That's the baller. He got that baller money. Anybody that got cable.
Listen, just because you work out, it can wear a medium, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Anybody that got cable is balling.
Listen, that ain't cable, bro.
Hey, I want to go ahead and finish off this video real quick. Just touch on it a little bit.
This one is for the men who be lying to their women because they feel like their woman can't handle the truth. Most of the women be put up in here with way more truth than majority of you men know. If the women were treating y'all and moving the way the majority of you men are moving, I'll be lying to these women because you don't want to lose them. And you know somebody else deserves them.
That was sassy.
He was sassy. I don't know.
We're talking about the message.
It's hard to separate them sometimes. I don't believe that. It's almost like I believe half of it. The last half of it, I don't. It's because you don't want to lose it. No. So I can't identify with that. So
I think it said another man deserves her. And
this one is for the men who be lying to their women because they feel like they women can't handle the truth. Most of the women be put up in here with way more truth than majority of you men can handle. If the women were treating y'all and moving the way the majority of you men are moving, y'all couldn't handle it. Y'all be lying to these women because you don't want to lose them. And you know somebody else deserve them.
And you know somebody else deserve her. That's why you lie.
And I said, who?
But I do think that we lie. I do think that men lie to women because they don't want to lose her, because they feel that she can't handle the truth. You know, they
You can't handle the truth.
Hey, go ahead, bro. Look, let's be honest. Okay, here we go. We got to do this tonight, right?
Did you hear what I said?
Ladies,
Lieutenant Dan.
y'all got the game backwards. Y'all walking through the door booty first. The man that lied to you loves you. The man that tell you the truth don't give no fucks. He don't. He doesn't care if he loses you or not.
They saying the sound messed up.
No, it's perfect to me.
That sounds perfect on our end.
Sound good on this end.
Looking at the chat.
Crispy.
So hit us with it, Ricky.
Ricky,
you say the liars love you. The truth tellers don't care.
Hey, man, we lie because we care about your feelings. When the last time you lied to a side chick? You don't have to.
Bro, that sounds so crazy what you saying, bro. That's like you saying you be lying to your wife all the time. What?
No, I don't have a reason to lie to my wife at this point. You see what I'm saying?
Okay. Break this down.
Definitely throw that disclosure out there, Rick.
I'm being real with y'all. I'm being super real with y'all, bro.
Okay.
Now, in my day when I was what I was, right? You don't lie to a side chick. You let a side chick know. Hey, yo, you don't call me, chick. What you talking about? This ain't your time. You ain't my girl, bitch. You know what this is, right? No sugarcoating, no backbiting, no nut. I don't give a fuck about your feelings. I don't. You can leave tomorrow. I don't care.
I don't care.
I don't care. I'm hitting your butt. That's all. That's what you here for.
I don't care.
Man, that's humble, Dad.
My girl is the one I want. My girl is the one I want to stay around. She the one I want to make sure she look at me a certain way, think about me a certain way. I don't give a fuck what you think, bitch.
Listen, Ricky, now you got to give me this.
Oh my God.
So what are you saying to the main chick then?
What you mean?
Because you say you lying to the main chick.
No, I'm not disclosing shit until I'm caught. When I'm caught, it's what it is. You was fucking that bitch, yeah?
But you said you gonna lie to her. Like now
he's saying omission. Ricky believes that omission of the truth is not a lie.
But he just said lying is the thing.
That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying now at this point in my life, I know.
Come on, Deion Sanders. Come on, man.
I know that omission is a lie, but I'm not gonna tell on myself. If you find out what's going on, hey.
But so then how you lying?
Because I ain't tell her I was fucking the bitch. I ain't gonna come. Hey, you know, I
don't care.
You know what I'm saying? I'm coming home. I just hit this bitch, baby. I'm just letting you know. No, you would. No.
So where's the lie? This one I'm confused by, bro.
Because I omitted the information. I didn't tell on myself.
Oh, okay. So you lying by omission.
Yes.
Oh, okay. That's what Shannon said, and you said no.
No,
he said he understood.
Oh, my bad. Okay, I missed
that.
That's on me. I missed that.
No, I said that I understand now that when you omit, you don't get that information up. That's a lie. It's the same as lying.
And Ricky, you gonna lie even if you know it's a little wiggle room that I got. If I ain't all the way caught, you gonna lie. If it's a little wiggle room that you feel like you can get up out of there, then you gonna tell a lie.
That ain't what he said though, Trill.
Rick coming with the.
That's what he means though.
I know ain't what he said.
But you see,
what he mean? We not reading into no words. We going what exactly he said. He said that if she catches him, he gonna be like, I don't care.
I'm not. No, man.
But you already caught at that point.
That's what I'm saying.
It ain't no plausible deniability. Well, all Ricky's saying is as long as it's plausible deniability,
I don't care.
But see, humble Dad, what you're doing right now is very similar to what would happen. You know this line of questioning that you have is almost feeling like an interrogation, and then he starts to stammer a little bit, and then you like you
No,
know, you kind of cycle back to what he
no,
said before and say, "I thought you said this." Then a stuttering takes place.
You can try.
We're caught at that point.
Y'all can try it if y'all want. Like I said, I don't
care
myself. Why would you tell on yourself? But if my girl caught me and it's there and the shit is there, hey, yep.
I don't care.
Yep.
Now I understand. I was talking about the lie. You said like if a dude love you, he lying to you.
But that side chick, she ain't getting nothing.
But the side chick is the one that get the truth.
She ain't getting nothing but dick and bubble gum, and I'm all out of bubble gum.
Hello, motherfucker.
I was just confused about what was the lie to your chick. Man. You said the omission.
Telling the truth. Come on, man. Y'all need to stop, bro. All y'all super good. All y'all super good. Goody man. Never slid on somebody.
Listen, stop being
defensive. They
say, don't put your guards up, bro.
You see what Humble Dad is doing? Now he's telling you you're being defensive. This is what they do.
No, I'm just saying. What are you talking about? I'm asking you.
Stop being emotional, Ricky.
Ricky, he bringing that pimp talk.
I'm an emotional creature. You know what I'm saying? I have emotions. I'm a human. But y'all know.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Y'all know what the fuck I'm talking about. Y'all keep playing dumb. It's cool.
I don't like that. I'm not a liar. They say I don't lie because I don't want to remember shit. I don't want to remember nothing.
They say women are better cheaters than men, and that would obviously require some level of lying. So I think it's just natural to some extent, maybe a omission of the truth, but a lie is going to take place when questioned before everything just flows out. I think that's just natural, period. Then it just comes down to who lies well enough to back you up off them in that line of questioning or interrogation that was planned when that conversation began. And typically men don't do so well at that. Apparently women do. So, you know, I don't think it has anything to do with a person feeling like another person is too good or anything like that. Exposure of self is difficult. That's just it. Like you just did, you were unloyal in a situation. You were a slime ball in a situation. Whatever happened, it's just not easy to come out forthright with somebody that you love and say that. That's not just men. That's women. It's anybody. You know what I mean? So I think dude is kind of stretching when he's saying, "Oh, it's because I know that she deserves someone better than me," and nah, bro. You know what I'm saying?
as far as the question goes, I think guys put up with a lot of stuff that I think guys put up with just as much stuff emotionally as women. We just better at hiding it. We just better at hiding it. You know what I'm saying? How many times you done had a thought about you that your girl was up to something or something it didn't feel right, and you just sat on it.
Right.
Like I hate when women try to use it like, oh, a man can't take what y'all put us through. Yes, we do. We do it all the time. We just don't tell y'all about it. We just not vocal about it.
I agree with that.
So then, as a man, would you just rather not know?
It's all depending on what it is.
Nah, that ain't nah. It's
all depending on what it is, to be honest.
I need to know. It's just that we know with them, it's easy to walk into these little traps and situations. If you wrong, now you're insecure. And if you're insecure in one instance, now you're insecure in the next instance.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. You gotta have some factual shit before you speak up on it.
You gotta be factual, or they'll eat you alive. You know what I mean? So yeah,
I don't like.
So I'd say one of those triggers, like, what you insecure?
Exactly, and that's and I think and again, this is me. I don't know what everybody else do. All I can talk about is for me, right? So what I'm saying is that as a man, like it's a narrative that's out that again, men can't emotionally handle what we put women through. But a lot of times a man, like y'all try to say men dumb and stupid in relationships. We just don't give a fuck about the shit y'all give a fuck about. You see what I'm saying? The stuff that bother y'all really don't bother us. But for me to sit up there and say I ain't see something or heard something that was funny, you know, whereas if it was my girl at that point, she gonna go off the rails. I just sit on it. I would sit on it because, and this is a lesson I learned from my wife. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you do in the dark, come in the light. So I'm not gonna sit up there, me being secure in myself. I'm not gonna waste time worrying about some shit I don't know that's true or not at this point. I got too much shit to handle. You see what I mean? If it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. And at that point, we deal with it at that point. And it, like I said, it doesn't matter what I felt I did for her or she felt she did for me. I ain't got no leverage over her. She ain't got no leverage over me. We adults. Shit happens. At that point, we need to see. And if it comes to the head, and if it's one of my non-negotiables, it's gonna be what it's gonna be. And same for her. Right? But for women to keep having this idea like, oh, y'all emotionally the strongest, that's a goddamn lie. To be honest with y'all, emotionally, a lot of y'all crack under pressure any goddamn way. And that's facts. That's the reason why y'all spew it out all the time, because y'all can't hold the shit in, because y'all be going fucking crazy and shit at the goddamn psych ward and shit. What they used to say, send one to the prison, send one to the psych ward. You know what I'm saying? Stop, man. We all in these relationships together. And I keep trying to tell y'all, ain't nobody above it, bro. Everybody fuck up. And a lot of times you be fucking up and don't even know you hurting your part's feelings because y'all ain't discussed it. Y'all ain't even came to a point that this your trigger and this bother me and this bother you. You know what I mean? Like I keep trying to, like, y'all got to understand. I speak from a point of my life and my experience. I didn't went through so much shit. I didn't put people through shit. But at this point, I keep trying to tell y'all, I know fucking man I am. It don't matter what y'all think of me. My wife love my dirty stank drawers. My kids love and adore me. I did my fucking job. Did I have bumps along the way? Hell yeah. That's why I'm able to tell y'all with 100% transparency what makes sense and what don't. Now, again, like I said, if y'all choose not to listen to me, that's cool. But I'm telling y'all, the best thing to do in a relationship is just to be right. It's just to be right. If you saying you loving the person and you saying, hey, this is the person I want to build with, bro, put everything out on the fucking table, say what it is, and come to agreement and ride it. And ride it. Because at that point, I said this before and I'll say it again, you know what it is. She know what it is. So when something go off the rails, it's easy to discuss and determine what the fuck is up. Now I know, oh, we didn't discuss this. I know, oh, such and such, woo woo. Hey, that's not one of my negotiables. You fucking up, or I don't appreciate that. We need to work around it.
I agree with what you're saying, Rick. I think sometimes they don't understand that we pay attention and notice patterns the same way that they do, right? I'm not going to stay on the same level. However, we do. Just to put in an example, if you know your woman does a certain type of job and she leave to work every day and you typically know what her standard thing is. But all of a sudden, for some reason today, she dug out them sheer Victoria's Secret panties like she trying to be sexy and she decided to go with that to work. And you notice something in the back of your mind saying, well, why the fuck you need that at the job today? You know what I'm saying? 9 times out of 10, you got to decide in your mind, do you want that kind of argument that's going to make you come off like you being, insecure or acting like a hoe, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you think it in your mind, damn, this ain't normal of you. You know what I'm saying? Something different this morning, something off. You know what I'm saying? So typically we might just harbor that. You know what I mean? And now what ends up happening is since they don't recognize that we recognize these patterns, they're trying to figure out what's wrong with you today. Something a little off. You know what I'm saying? And so I think that's one of the things, just to like, if I can think of a scenario as you were talking, that's like an example of something. It could be a variety of the things, but we do notice certainly they will be more vocal about it though. You know what I'm saying? Why are you wearing that? Oh, you leaving awfully early this morning. Oh, you got to put on your cologne today. You know what I'm saying? Like different things. They will outwardly express it. And they don't mind if that creates an argument or stresses you out or ruins your day before it gets started. We're just not like that. It doesn't mean we don't notice.
Good deal. Really like, okay, let go. All right, good. It's a conversation, man. I like it, man. Any final thoughts? Everybody sending some static, man. I don't understand this shit, man.
I think it's stream y'all been bugging out for the past couple of days, to be honest with you, Gerald.
Yeah. Yes, it is what it is. Anyhow, man, I appreciate you guys for tuning in to King Talk. Make sure you guys go ahead and follow these guys on the individual platforms. You know, Rada's part of the Lapeef Network, so you can find them here. Trail, it's with Crew Season, so make sure you follow them. Shannon Rawls, just put that in. It'll pop up on YouTube. Humble Dad, they're doing some great work over there. And Ricky Williams Boxing, make sure you follow him. King Rio has his IG up there. Let me give me 1 second, real quick. Let me get you right. This is towards the end of the stream. That is Rio's Instagram right there. So make sure you guys follow these guys, man. These great men, and I appreciate their perspectives and what they do. And without these guys, we would not be where we are today. So salute to them, and salute to you guys for tuning in every Tuesday into King Talk. Until next time, man, we out, man. Y'all enjoy y'all evening. Appreciate y'all. Get some sleep, man. And we back at the grind in AM, right?
Yep. Appreciate y'all, brothers. Have a good rest of the week.
All right, I'll do the same, man.
Peace to God. Peace to God. Run. So this.
Yes, sir.
still tuned in, hit that like button. If you haven't already, hit that like button. Appreciate y'all. Thank you for the support. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Also subscribe to the channel on the way out. Catch us on King Talk every Tuesday, 8:30 Central Time. Broken Dusty tomorrow. Main event Thursday.